license. Please transfer to 1399. Proceed instantly to the center. Thank you.
Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome again. It's us.
It's us.
Diener, good to see you again. I love to see those returning faces. It is tragically Tuesday after a holiday, so...
Oh, it was pretty rough.
Yeah. Filled with sorrow to be back at work, but... Such is life, I suppose, regrettably. If only it didn't have to be so.
We've got a client deliverable going, like releasing the entire product to the main force of the client next week. And so it's like, it's all terrible this week. We're on track, so it could be so much worse. But it's also just like there's so much to do, and I miss my vacation.
Yeah, Diener, that is extremely unfortunate.
No,
that won't be scarring in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure.
No,
there's nothing that will have long-term emotional effects from that. That sucks. But yeah, at the very least, we are back again to play games, which that's nice. That's a nice change from work. Phantom, good to see you as well. Oh, right.
Space. But first we gotta do this. But then space.
That's freaking right. Okay. But yes, then space. Space is the best part. But we have to go through this other thing. Well, damn. Wasps are mean. That is impressive to hold it together.
I'm not sure I've ever actually been stung by a wasp. Yes, but I was literally a small child the last time.
Well, my most memorable circumstance of being stung by a bee was I got stung in the freaking, like, eyeball.
Nice. I mean, the lid under your
at least
eye.
As very near to the eyeball as you can be. It was, I was very young, so it was close enough for me to feel like it was the eyeball. But that is partially Kappa's fault, because Kappa got flaily about the bee and freaking started running like a maniac.
I would like to point out that Poe was very young, which means I was also very young. And the bee came in my face, and I screamed like a small child because I was a small child, and I ran for the house. And it is not my fault that he did not take that cue.
I blame Kappa. She did not older sibling appropriately under the circumstances.
No.
No.
There was a bee.
Oh, healing mail. I think I don't know if I needed that.
We were also directly in front of our house.
It's true. We were
All
very
you
near
needed
the
to do
house.
was take the cube.
I should save. I'm concerned because we got into a fight here that crashed the game last time.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, all right. That's fine. Odin's got it. Odin's taking care of it.
The only thing I remember about bee stings is, like, make sure the stinger isn't still in your skin.
Right.
And you can, like, mash up a paste of aspirin. And put it on there. With a little water. And that's all I know about them.
Yeah, I
do not deserve a crow of judgment.
I can't
was a tiny
say
child.
I really know the last time that I was stung. Honestly,
in our backyard, barefoot, and I remember I yelled at our mom. I was like, "Hey, Mom," to talk to her about something. And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "I just stepped on a bee." And it, like, completely usurped everything that I, like, that was not where that conversation was supposed to go. But in between
That's
me
certainly
going,
where
"Hey,
it went.
Mom," and her answering me, I stepped on a bee. Yeah,
Well, and
honestly, it wasn't that bad.
I feel like some of it is that, like, as you get older, it's entirely possible that, like, I've been stung or stepped on a bee or whatever, but, like, it's possible that they're just not as bad as you sort of emotionally give it weight when you're really young, because it's just, like, the worst thing to ever happen to you when you're, like, 6, because it might legitimately be the worst thing that's ever happened to you, you know? When you get older, it's like, they suck, but it's like, because I've definitely, you know, like,
But I
felt...
broke my toe that one time, and that was worse.
Well, that's true. I felt like
But that's what I mean. Like, you have so much more comparison
stinging.
to. Yeah.
And I've,
You're
like,
just
you know,
like, this is
slapped
fine.
my leg because it's like, oh, that freaking sucked. What the hell was that? It's like, I don't know. It could have been a sting, as long as you're not allergic. If you're allergic,
Yeah,
it's still the
that's
worst
bad.
thing. It's still the
Okay.
worst thing in the world. Well, I'm gonna rejunction good old encounter none.
I once had to be an understudy for someone in an outdoor theater show over the summer. The going into Tech Week, which is the week before show opens, in case you didn't know that. Which is
Righto.
like all costumes, all sound, all light cute, all that stuff.
Yep. Super dress
Because
rehearsal.
they got stung by something out at the site outside because it was outdoor theater, and unexpectedly went into anaphylactic shock. One of
Like a
the other
fish.
cast members was a doctor and was giving them CPR.
Damn.
So I had the weekend with emergency rehearsals to memorize all the lines, learn all the blocking, which is where you're moving around on the stage for anyone who doesn't know.
Right.
And then Monday, I was in costume, makeup, on stage. There was a dance scene. I had to learn the dance. Like, it was very intense. And I rehearsed in her place all that week. And then the rehearsal before opening night, she was like, "I think I feel better." So she came back with an EpiPen. I did all that work. And I was like in the audience the first show. Like, for that last rehearsal I watched, and then I was in the audience for the first show. And after that, they were like, "Well, I guess we're fine." So I never actually, like,
Boy,
went
that's
on for her and
irritating.
went to the show. It wasn't like, I was happy she was feeling better, but it would have been nice to do one show.
Yeah, like,
It
at
would've
least
been nice to do
acknowledge
one.
the fact that, like, you'd put that much freaking effort into it.
I do think, I don't even know if they ended up doing an insert into the program because they'd been printed at that point, so they would have had to do an insert with the actor change. But I'm not even sure if they did that. Although the director, once the show closed, did send me some really pretty roses at work
Well, that's something.
as a thank you. So, and I had never done understudy before, so it was fun to learn
Fair.
like what that was like. Although understudy normally will have the whole
like they would have been aware for
like
the...
normally you set up your understudies if you have understudies. You know.
From the get-go.
From the get-go.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a community theater. There's no understudies.
Jumping up to what Diener had commented about working with bees for actual honey. I have a coworker that has a handful of hives, and so I've had some of his like fresh honey. It's nice. I like the homemade honey. Homemade? I guess you could call it homemade. It's homemade by the bees. All honey is homemade, I guess.
All honey is homemade.
If you consider the bees
You
home.
like the cottage industry honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, pretty. Look at those colors. The indie game honey.
Honeybees are all like at least the most pleasant bees. They're pretty laid back.
I like the ones that are really
Friendos.
honeybees, like a little bit fuzzy, a little bit derpy. They're just there to hang out and get drunk on flower pollen. I like those. I don't really want them flying near me because I don't like bugs that much. And it's really their little legs. Like, please don't touch me with those. But like,
it's funny. They don't really bother me.
I don't like the tickly legs.
They're just their legs. They can't help it.
I don't like it. I get chills. I have goosebumps just thinking about it. No legs.
Yeah, they're just little fuzzy bug-shaped friends.
I like looking at them. I like the derpy
Super
ones.
derpy. Yeah.
I like.
Hey, Cappy, you wanna pull up that guide to make sure? Because
yep,
I'm not actually sure where I'm supposed to meet Lunatic Pandora right now. I just ran to town because I assumed it was here. But I expected a bit more of a crisis when I got here, and I didn't get that.
Did we have the Laguna Dream?
What?
No. Where are we at?
Yeah, we launched the 3 of them into space, and then we saw Lunatic Pandora. Lunatic Pandora has to be a giant header somewhere.
Yeah. We trusted Zell, Esthar, and Lunatic Pandora, travel the city of Esthar.
Uh-huh.
Finding Dr. Odine's laboratory.
Okay. Dr. Odine's.
Are you here to see the doctor? Yes.
Nice, Cobalt.
When you first enter Esthar, go up the stairs into the screen. Head straight left twice.
Well, I've already missed that opportunity. Hold on, let me pull up the map.
You can even use one of the floating platforms to ride straight over to it. Tell the research assistant standing out front that you want to see. Head up the...
Okay, so down this way should get us through 14, and then straight there. So how's everybody else's beginning of the week going? We've got one small child stung by a bee. How's everybody else? Well, sorry, stung by a wasp in this circumstance. Oh, some quake. How's everybody else doing? Dr. Odine is in a good mood right now. He hasn't been this cheerful in quite a while.
Did he not see the huge obelisk bearing down
I know. I really expected more fanfare when we got
to
here.
Be chipper.
I mean, I don't know. He might love that. Yeah, so I have further insight into the fact that our client seems to have just like entirely lost track of how to work with us. Like they don't know what the hell they're doing anymore. And it's kind of irritating.
Sorry, I was reading ahead in this. Who, your client or someone internal?
No, our client. Because it's like, so...
This is the one that cut back?
Yeah, so I guess it's frustrating because it was kind of, I guess, sort of like percolating over a period of time. So, like, we'd been working and they wanted to keep us working. Presumably this is the logic. They wanted to keep us working because they were paying for us, right? So they're like, all right, But we needed support from like their database team because we have changes that are required to make new features and things that we're working on for their stuff.
Yeah.
Not directly the client that needs AI integration, Scobalts. AI is what I'm doing when I'm not working with the client. I can understand how you would hear that. Get those mixed up, because I have to be circumspect in my language so that I'm not being problematic and revealing information and things. So this client, we work with them, and like they've been providing us their DB whenever we're getting like blocked, and so they have. But the problem is, apparently, as long as it's not too inappropriate, Diener, that's fine. They got to a point, I guess, where they're like, yeah, all of our other shit is like way behind, and because they just don't have the DB resources needed to like keep stuff going. And so I guess it had hit the point at some point where they were like, well, we can't give you our DB people anymore, so I guess don't do anything, you know? Like, they just kind of didn't know what we should be doing at any given point in time, because like we can't keep producing features because like we can't get DB, but like they need all of their DB people to do other stuff. And so I guess that was the main thing. What was really frustrating is kind of like in talking through this, I was like, why didn't they just like ask us to solve some of their problems for them? Because like sorry, I'm really getting into the weeds. None of you give a shit about this. I've been very frustrated about it though, so I'm sorry. Because the main problem is like we keep making features that need database work, but they haven't been building any tools for the database team to offload the modifications needed down the line. So it's like, hey, we would like to use this feature. Somebody has to like call into the DB team and be like, do exactly this thing for us to the DB. And so like an actual database developer has to go do that every time they want to make changes. And it's like, if they had communicated with us while we were building these features, we could have been making tools, like a web tool or whatever, for the stores to do this work themselves. Like, they didn't have to do all of it this way, but like they didn't communicate with us that like this was going to be a need, and they just let it get to this disastrous position where like all our work has to stop because like we can't do anything anymore, because it's like, well, all the DB's too busy doing other shit for other people. And it's like, okay, but we could have helped with that, and they just didn't do that. And so now it's like this crazy strain on the business relationship, and it's like we're not doing anything. And it's like, it's especially rough because, as is usual for the way we do our contracts, like our contract will be up at the end of the year, and so it's like normally they would be entering like renegotiations if they want to continue, and like so now we're all in this nebulous position of like, we don't know if we'll still be working with this client next year, because it's like they might not want to be continue paying. Is like, okay, well, it's a big mess. It's very frustrating because all I want to do is go to work every day, help make something that like people care about, and help people do their job or whatever. And like, we just can't do that because our client's being kind of shenanigans, and it's unfortunate. Hey, Seaweaver. As to your joke, Diener, I think I have seen a variation of that joke, and it's gross. It's kind of funny, but it's also gross. But kind of funny. So yeah, anyway, I'm just very irritated about work right now. So both me and Kappa are having rough times at work. I guess the positive things is that I haven't been laid off, because in the tech industry right now,
it's rough.
Everybody getting laid off. So like, I gotta hang my hat on that one every time I feel like I'm getting stressed out about work. I'm like, at least I got a goddamn job. I don't love it, but at least I got a job. I would much rather be doing something more fulfilling, but I sure do like having health insurance. So, there you go. You know. All right, anyway, back to our seed members who may or may not get provided health insurance through the gardens. Why is Lunatic Pandora here now? Who is moving that? I kind of hate, actually, that they do not change the TH sound for this guy. Because in my head, reading that accent... Well, actually, that thing... Why are those different? That they are changing some of... That's just a mistake. I call that a mistake. That would have been that thing. Like, I don't... Shenanigans. Galbadians, sir. They're the ones that salvaged it.
I'm not even sure what
We must sound the alert in the city now.
accent they're going for.
I kind of think that it's probably, like, German-ish.
Yeah, I mean, you could attempt to make it French. I think
Maybe.
It's probably German. But yeah, I don't know. But
I did see all the images you posted up, Seaweaver. I wasn't sure if there was something else about the super good news.
But I'm sad because it's
the extra good news. But I did see that you got the stuff. I didn't look all the way through it. I looked through a few of them, though. It will not attack us. The city is not the target. I hope so. I hope you're right. Oh, the autograph. I didn't see the autograph. That's cool. Oh, yeah. That is cool. A Tears Point. Okay, I can move now. So, we meet again. This is exciting. Typo! I always have to point them out. There's an extra I in that word. Exciting. I don't think that's an accent thing. I think that's just a typo. What's so exciting about this? This and that about Oh, that's Zell. What's so exciting about this? This and that about Galbadia and all? It's been a long time since I last saw Lunatic Pandora. Oh, that's still... I'm doing a terrible job. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at voice acting, and I can't keep the people straight. That lunatic... whatever, that big thing? What the hell is that? What the hell is going on? Oh, you want to hear my story? That is nice. I would be happy to tell you. Been investigating the Pandora since it was excavated. Okay, here's another point of... We just excavated an enormous, like...
How much work was
What?
that? And why is it flying now?
Like, what is this world? That's crazy. So we serviced it. Zell, he said like 2 sentences. You can wait and investigate it. Unless he talks really slow or something. I don't care about that. I kind of do, actually. Shut up, Zell. That's the most interesting thing that's happened so far. What do you want? What's gonna happen? What do we do? That is what I'm about to... The enemy's coming, right? And there's no time. This is why Zell is not the leader. Zell would be terrible leader. We'll do something about it. Just tell us what to do. Yeah, that... You're bad at this. Make it short. Short, eh? Are you sure about that? That is too bad. Yes, this could be very bad. You want to go inside to stop it? Then look at this. This is a map of the Esthar region. Lunatic Pandora's current location. You know, it's been a long time since we had a mission diagram.
I love this diagram. It's
I know.
Like, I'm a computer 3D screen, but it's clearly an illustration.
I'm a computer. Boop, boop.
I'm fancy and
Blinky light.
futuristic.
Lunatic Pandora's expected course will undoubtedly pass over the city. Zoom in map. Zoom in enhance! The city has 1 outer skyway and 2 main inner skyways, all leading to the palace. Lunatic Pandora will head east from the vicinity of this lab toward the shopping mall. The time it will take to cross the city is estimated to be 20 minutes. Boarding Lunatic Pandora is possible at the following 3 contact points. Here. First contact point is at the center of the city. We'll arrive there 5 to 8 minutes after it enters the city. That is equivalent to 15 to 12 on your timer. Second contact point is unknown. We believe it is where the 2 skyways cross. How is it unknown? Come on now. Tick Pandora will... well, we don't know where, but it is going to be at 10 to 15 minutes after it enters the city. That's equivalent to 10 to 5 left on your timer. The third contact point is north of the shopping mall, and we'll arrive there 17 minutes after it enters the city. 3 to 0. End of briefing. That was not very much information. That is how it goes. I give you this. Look at it with X. The problem is... All right, we gotta get going. You, Zell, listen to the man who's trying to say the problem is. That's like the key information. What are you doing? I want to talk some more. He's just kind of a lonely old man who doesn't get to talk enough. Nobody listens to him. Guy just wanted to talk. The culprit is not Galbadia. Oh, now I'm moving. Okay. What do you want? About? Ah, so now you want to know. Yeah, I do. Zell's a dumbass. You know that monsters come falling from the moon. I had forgotten that, but that is such an information dump in the most blasé way. Like, oh, so you know how all of the monsters come falling from the moon? What?
No.
What?
Why? Did we?
God, he said that, and suddenly, like, my memory just, like, was like, oh, God, yes, that's right. I mean, it's so funny that that's the way that information is dropped. Not very often that it happened. You don't know? Pandora has an effect on the moon. So that may be the immediate problem rather than Galbadia. Tears Point and Lunatic Pandora together will maximize their effect. Why?
Why? Who set this up? Why is this
Statement complete. I am going to need so much more information than you just provided about the thing you just said. Like, God, that is the most bonkers thing. Yeah, so this giant cube mech and that one particular place on the planet, you know, they pull monsters from the moon. You're like,
who made that?
What?
Why?
Please explain. How? Why? For what reason? Who designed this? How? God, it's such a shame that there's not more to know about the world in this particular iteration of Final Fantasy, because I have so many questions. Looks like it's here. Okay, so the first one was the center of the city, which is... What's that? Is that it, like... Where is it? Is that at, like, 15? Is it the high point on 14?
As soon as you exit the lab, we need to get to area 13 before the timer reaches 12.
13 before the timer reaches 12. Okay.
And after it reaches 15. Which means if you're too fast, you will also have to stand. Wait, sorry. The times that it will arrive at each of the locations. Okay, short video, you need to be in the right area one time in order to hop up. So assume that you don't miss the first time. You won't even need to bother remembering. It'll pass over area 13, area 11, area 8.
Okay, so 13 is the first one.
It will between 15 to 12 minutes. It will be at area 13.
Okay. You know, how did Galbadian soldiers get here? Like,
I don't know.
That doesn't actually make any sense. Because there's a giant mech flying around. I call it a mech. I don't know what it is. An obelisk. You call it sort of an obelisk, and that's kind of the best descriptor. But like, What are they paratrooping out of that stupid thing? Like,
well, but is that even Galbadia doing that? Do we know that?
It is. Well, obviously we know now. Payday. I don't need any Kiragas. I think this is 13. Galbadians are... If there's something we know, it's that the Galbadians are controlling it.
Well, it's going to come by between 15 minutes and 12 minutes. So if that's 13, you just got to stand there.
Yeah, I think we have to be outside of the area and then enter the area.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Odin's got it. Yeah, because I think I am now on 14, but the upper level. So we're definitely... That was 13. Well, you know, Odin, you better get your kicks in now, because you're going to be killed soon. Sorry, bro. Which is also super weird. Like, feels like there's a whole hidden sort of side.
It says if you go to Area 15.
15?
Yeah, head out to Area 5. Head straight to the top. Take right into Area 15. Speak with the S-Star soldier there. If you spoke to him once before during your initial visit, he will eventually give Zelda Combat King 4 book.
15. So this should be 15 here. I don't see any S-Star soldier. You mean 14? Because this
says, let's head straight to Area 15 from the entrance exit. Head out to Area 5. Go left to Area 4. Go left again to Area 3. Head straight up to the top into Area 2 and take a right into... Yeah. That looks like it. If you just keep talking to him.
There we go. Combat King 4.
Head right one more time after that into Area 13. You'll now have to wait until the timer reaches 15 if you got there early. If you somehow miss this rendezvous point, just make your way to either 11 or 8. 2 Galbadia soldiers will jump out of the lunatic pin door and fight you before you can go in, but they are extremely easy.
Yeah, this whole sequence is like, one, way more pressure from the timer than is needed, but also felt way more stressful when I didn't have like a map of the area and I was just like, I don't know how to get to any of these places. Like,
yeah,
I don't...
That was way more intense.
Because the layout of this place is very hard to understand without an actual image. Because there's a lot of areas. I mean, there's like 15 areas, I think, in total. And you just, well, 2 of which you can get to from a top and a bottom location. And you're just like, I don't understand how to, like, the camera angles keep switching when you go to places. And you're just like, I don't freaking, what? It's a whole thing. But it's real easy to get where you're going with plenty of time when you can actually see where you're going. It's very forgiving, really.
Yeah, it gives you so much time.
Way more forgiving than the first chase scene with a timer in the beginning of the game.
Honestly, they could give you less time.
They could have.
I guess it's like, did you want to go to the store first?
Yeah, you want to go shopping? Oh, man! Suddenly it's here! Holy shit! Supposed to get on this thing? Oh, a convenient door. Look at these dumbasses. If they had only not opened the door, we literally would not have had access. Don't open the door to your gates. Keep your walls going. It's not that hard. Oh, that guy died immediately. You guys are such chumps. Boink, boink. Now's a chance. Thanks for opening the door. Whee! Meteor? Hell yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I can't help but notice, Adia, that you have a lot of spells now. Looks like you've got too many. Got some shitty spells all tossed in there into the mix. Gotta get rid of that nonsense. Give you space to pull the decent stuff if the opportunity presents itself. I don't need Curaga. Well, I guess I'll start at 1.
It's so big in here.
Sure is. So empty. No, nobody's here to greet us.
Item. Lunatic Pandora. Meteor drop point. Items that are listed as being obtainable will only be there if you followed all the required steps when you
It's this
first
place.
visited Lunatic
Yep,
Pandora.
we did that.
Luna Dream Secret?
Yep.
Okay. The items are at Ultima drop point if you picked up the old key.
I did that.
Silence drop point if you removed the lever on the middle panel.
Who gives a shit about freaking...
I don't know. Phoenix Pinion if you touch the lever on the left panel and press the red switch. Power Generator if you touch the lever on the right panel and press the blue switch. Love G if you found the old key for the second time. I don't know. Combat King 5 if you press the red and blue detonators.
I mean, I did all the things. I just gotta figure out...
Push the rock from the tunnel.
I just gotta figure out where I'm going.
Start off by taking elevator 3 on the right side of the
Well,
room.
I've already screwed it up. I gotta go back. I started with elevator 1. Because, I mean, it's 1.
Seemed sensible.
Sure did. Okay, well, we'll just go back. I guess we'll just fight some of these dumb fights for the AP, because we're still trying to work on our medicine ability on Alexander so that we can make remedy pluses. But also, we still need Malboro tentacles. Robot. Anything particularly notable here? I got haste, I guess.
I thought you were asking me, and I was like, you already made it to elevator number 3?
No. I was just checking the draws.
I was like, you're fighting that dude.
Because I pumped up Adia's speed with junctioning now, and so I'm like, I might as well start using her to siphon magic out of folks if they've got anything worthwhile. And he's got haste. Haste is nice. Oh, he did. Wow, Irving, you were really determined about... Oh, can I actually cancel out of that? Oh, I might be able to. Just standing there, biding my time. Missiles. Ooh, Carbuncle learned a thing. Carbuncle. Right, back to elevator 3.
Okay, and it says head down.
Hold on, I'm not quite ready. I'm going down 1 to get to 3. Down 1. Over to 3. I don't want to miss anything here since I went through all the trouble at the first place to...
Head down the stairs. At the bottom right side of the screen. They can be difficult to see. Don't go down the corridor to the right of the elevator.
Okay, not the corridor.
Head down the stairs at the bottom right side. Yeah.
I see.
There's a draw point here for confuse magic. And if
Wait,
you walk in... Keep
Down the ladder? Or is it
I'm
hidden?
assuming you keep going.
Okay, yeah. Oh, there. Probably.
Yeah. And if you walk into the tube and press the
Yep.
X button, you will receive a Love G. I don't know what that is. What is it?
Love G. Let's go see. Raises compatibility with all GF.
Okay.
Okay.
Go left from here twice
1.
until you reach the trapdoors, which are now standing upright.
Trapdoor. I see.
You should be able to access a silence draw point, pick up a phoenix pinion, pick up a power generator in the 3 open crevices.
Who gives a shit about a silence draw point?
I don't know.
And a phoenix pinion.
Continue to the left. I didn't realize this was Lunatic Pandora in that flashback sequence at all.
They don't really mention it. I mean, also, like, why
I guess
is
it was
Lunatic...
the excavation point at that time.
Yeah.
They called it, like, excavation. So that must have been while they were...
excavating
But
it.
why,
But, like,
why are we still in rocks?
that's what I was wondering. Like, why is it a giant cavern in here? That's so
building?
bizarre.
What is happening? I'm very confused.
Ultima.
And there's the guy on the ground there. Do you see him?
Oh,
right
yeah,
at the bottom.
King 5.
Go back to the letter and head back up. Take the elevator back down, and this time ride elevator number 1.
Okay, so now we're going all the way back to number 1.
Yeah.
Well, I was there already.
Well, that combat king is pretty good, though.
Yes. Well, and the ultimate draw point and all that good stuff.
Also
I'm
good.
Glad I came over here. Just.
Well, and I'm glad we did all that stuff, even if it also gave us a silence drop. I don't
The ever important silence draw point. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. What? I'm trying to elevate. Oh, I guess it just says elevator, but it has like a dot in the middle. It's also way low res, so it's difficult to read. Money. Come on. I didn't go up to level A despite me getting into Lunatic Pandora as fast as humanly possible. Shenanigans. They should recognize my greatness. Am I just running down the hallway for the moment?
Yeah. It says go to the ladder, back up, elevator 1. Grab the holy draw point and check the crevasse. They say crevasse, but they said crevasse up there, and it meant they meant crevice. I don't think this person knows the difference. So I don't know if this is a crevice or a crevasse. Crevasse.
What is the difference, actually?
Well, a crevice is just like, you know,
yeah,
crevice in a rock. It's a small
hole,
opening.
a
It could be
crack.
whatever. Crevasse is like a huge crack in the earth.
Okay.
And like, or like
Yeah,
in a
more like-
glacier.
Almost like a fjord in sort of similar.
I don't know what a fjord is. Hang on, is a
Oh.
fjord bigger? I just know it's a word and it has to do with ice things. No, a fjord is a long, narrow, deep inlet of the sea between high cliffs. So that's
that could
it.
not be considered a crevasse.
No.
Oh, a crack in an ice field or the Arctic
A
specifically.
deep open crack, especially one in a glacier. So this is
All right.
like when you see the pictures of people like hiking across glaciers and they like jump that little 2-foot opening of like a just a
Of
hole into the depths. Yeah, that's a crevasse.
Can we point out how much of a shame that crevice, that literally has the word ice within it, is not the word
Limited
for
to
a
ice.
crack in an ice, whereas crevasse, which does not have the word ice in it, is a crack in ice.
But it does have the word
It's just-
ass, and a crevasse will kill your ass. So,
It does have the word ass in it, so
and it will kill
there
your
is
ass.
that.
So
It will kill your ass.
that's how we know.
Is there a way that I hit the save
did
point?
you do the holy drop point, left side of the screen,
Yeah,
and check the crevice on the left
Did that.
side? So you got the Spurge scroll.
Yep.
Continue
Spurge.
north along the path, past the save point, and your team will be thrown.
Okay, up north past. Oh, a boss fight suddenly. Hello. Hell is that?
Well, it's not a crevasse.
Well, no time to be pondering. Let's do it. I guess we
Look at that
Must
pink.
have
That's a good
gotten-
pink.
my body. I can't. Oh, never mind. It's not a boss. They're being
Yeah,
yeeted.
you're just getting yeeted. I was gonna read, and then I was like, that is a spoiler, so I stopped. I said, your team will be thrown, and I was like, I'm not throwing.
Just okay.
It's just blending into the sky there.
That's like
Is it
camouflaging.
invisible?
Damn it. Kills me to let him go. We've literally been yeeted from the place. Okay. Well, that's fine then, I guess. Cutscenes,
I'm still so
cutscenes,
confused
cutscenes.
about these because this looks like a server farm.
I know. Well, and it's somehow,
This is this is some Matrix
incredibly related to
Neo.
Lunatic Pandora.
moon.
This is some wild shit that nobody ever explains. I have never really appreciated how batshit insane this is, and
No.
it's just totally
This is-
unconcerned.
This is like the Blood Moon in Breath of the Wild. All the monsters come back.
Yeah,
Why?
another circumstance that's
Is that like a Japanese? Is there some Japanese moon monster connection that I don't know?
there is. I don't know if it's directly tied to the moon, but there's like that March of Demons. There's a name for it. There's a story. Japanese March of Demons. Yeah, the Hyaki Yagyo, the Night Parade of 100 Demons.
Interesting.
Sometimes an orderly procession, other times a riot. It refers to a parade of thousands of supernatural creatures known as Oni and Yokai that march through the streets of Japan at night. It's not really directly tied to the moon, though.
No, it's not. And it also kind of sounds like what is it? Like the Goblin Festival? Or what's that poem?
I'm not sure. Guess we better fall back for now. The Lunar Cry. I have so many
Goblin
questions
Market.
about this world and the wild shit that is happening in it. Let's head back. Here's the witching hour. Oh, and suddenly we have pleasant music. Don't worry about any of that shit. Everything is fine now. It's space. Yay!
Isn't this the song we danced to with Rue?
I think so. I think so. 3 capsules are approaching. Shall we recover
Why do they
them?
like to make spaces?
How is that a question? Hold on.
What do you mean, shall we recover them? You're supposed to know we're
Can
coming.
I have so many concerns about the fact that question exists at all. 3 capsules are approaching. Shall we recover them or shall we leave them in the void of space? Burrows. Of course, what do you expect? At least somebody's on the right page. Yeah, no, light them up. Take them out. Arm the anti-air cannons. They gotta go. I don't care who's in there. Are these the special personnel coming aboard? You even knew that special personnel were coming, and you're still like, nah, maybe we don't
Maybe
need
we
them.
won't go grab them.
we
What if
don't
today
need
we
them.
just didn't?
It's been a long day. We'll leave them out there, and we'll get them in the morning. Yeah, I hope they don't cause any problems. And that is called foreshadowing. Shall we put troops on standby? I have a feeling we won't need to. And then we'd better station them all the more. Capsule recovery team. Initiate recovery process. Security go to standby. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Why do you always play me like that? Who is this guy? Gonna go check up on it. Adele. I didn't catch the last sentence. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Space, 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 space. Hey, Whitney. How's it going? You're just in time for, like, the best cutscene in the game that was, like, unprecedented at the time. Like, I was so unprepared for this shit when I was young. I was like, what in the space shit? I was so excited. It was very much unlike anything in Final Fantasy ever. Like, there's some space stuff in other Final Fantasies. Like, there's the meteor being pulled down in 7 and stuff. But, like, to have a whole cutscene of just flying to a space station, that's so cool. I love space stuff.
And honestly, it looks good.
Still looks pretty good. It's a little blurry.
Looks good. I'm into it. They send us up in individual capsules?
Yes. Yes.
That
They shot us out of
wild.
a giant revolver like a space gun.
So now
Hey,
I have
priestess.
a question. Would that take more energy or the same amount of energy to launch one at the heavier weight? I
It
feel like it would
would
be more.
take... All right, it's physics times. Let me get off this glaring green screen, and then we'll think about it for a second. Hitting
Who are
quick
they talking
thoughts gonna
to?
feel
We're
a
not
bit
supposed to
itchy.
be awake until they thaw us out. I better not have been awake and frozen. That would be terrible.
Okay, so it would take.
Quick thaw sounds like microwave.
There is a possibility that it would take more energy for one single pod than 3 lesser ones, but it feels like it would probably be more efficient, because the thing about air resistance is that it is an exponential circumstance. So, like, more mass and more surface area for a vehicle like that does increase exponentially how much force and energy is required to propel it through the atmosphere, right? So there's kind of like a balancing point. So it's possible. I will say that those projectiles they used had like a flat nose and were wildly not aerodynamic.
Not aerodynamic at all.
But like if they were properly, efficiently designed projectiles, like a freaking bullet, to fit through, although I would just put them like lined up, like 1, 2, 3, right in a row for an elongated, thin projectile.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems silly to have launched them up individually.
Yeah, it seems wild.
The only there could be a potential
Unless there's the idea
balancing
that
benefit.
we spread them out. So if one of them fails, you don't kill 3 people?
Maybe. Well, what I'm sort of thinking is they did mention that they were rocket propelled, but obviously a huge issue. Yeah, every physics lesson should come with this with good background music. That's true. That would make it a lot more bearable. There is the possibility, because as you increase jet fuel, right, that's a huge amount of weight. So that's one of the balancing things, right? You need propulsion versus weight when you're making rockets. And so it's possible that by doing the reduced weight in 3 individual pods, in this particular propulsion style, where they're being fired from presumably some sort of electromagnetic cannon, you can lean more on the initial propulsion, and so you can use a ground-based energy source, presumably sorcery or nuclear in nature, because nobody seems to be particularly concerned about, where power is coming from. So, like, assuming in a limitless energy supply on the planet, you could dip more into that by firing 3 individual rounds that are each lighter, more aerodynamic, and with a small amount of jet fuel than trying to propel a single larger, heavier one that has to carry more jet fuel to carry it the rest of the way into orbit. So, maybe? But we're making a lot of assumptions and just, making shit up. But it's not necessarily a tremendously stupid thing to have done. Probably. But I'm not a rocket scientist, so maybe one of them would know better. But anyway, we're thawed out now. There's also the coolness factor that you have to keep in mind, that by firing us out of 3 separate pods, they got to use a giant revolver-style chamber to fire us into space. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, lock on to rotation ring unit. Artificial gravity. Lock engage, generating artificial gravity. Guess this is gonna... Okay, well, why do they have gravity and we don't yet? Okay. That was weird. Oh, I'm moving now.
I don't think that's how gravity works.
Here's the letter of introduction from Estar's ambassador. Well, okay, actually, Diener, you mentioned the whole centrifugal forces. There's actually an experimental method of flinging things into space, like on Earth, that's actually using that style. And there are some issues with that, because the other piece, I guess, that I did forget to mention and didn't consider is the other thing that wind resist is exponential with is speed. So you can't really launch it with infinite velocity from the planet to get it out in one go. And so it's very difficult. So that kind of also leans towards maybe it would be better to put them all in one pod with a jet propulsion to finish the trip. But anyway, we're just theory crafting, so it's not a big deal. But there is an experiment to use spinning instrument to fling shit into space, and it's I don't know. I watch a science YouTuber who does sort of debunk a lot of stupid science shit, and he went after that one. So I'm certainly dubious of it, but also it still exists. So I don't know. Did I hear about the first object in space? I feel like this is leading up to a joke. Because I actually don't quite remember. Was Sputnik the actual first object in space? Well, first man-made object in space, I guess I should say. There were all, objects. Oh, it was apparently a manhole cover launched via nuclear bomb testing. Interesting.
First object launched into orbit around the Earth was the Sputnik 1 satellite.
Where did you get that information, Diener? That's actually really interesting, if true. I don't really have any reason to doubt that, because, it feels like that could, in fact, happen. Certainly not in orbit. It would just have been launched into space and then probably gone forever. So
Sputnik was the first one to launch into orbit.
Yeah, with intent. Put there.
Orbit.
Yeah.
That was 57. In 1949, the bumper WAC became the first human-made object to enter space as it climbed to an altitude of 244 miles.
What was that you said? Oh, it was a rocket. What she said?
Bumper. Bumper-WAC, 1949, according to NASA.
What are we doing? Nobody's talking to me. Hello? I understand the situation. Let's get her to the med lab and we'll tell her.
Myth, where
we'll
manhole covers the first man-made object in space.
It's a myth.
Persistent legend that in fact would have been a man cover, but in fact the very first man-made object.
Please follow me.
is said to have been the MW, which was launched on the 20th of June, 1944.
Man, why does all the cool shit have to be myths? Like, such a bummer. I mean, yes, technically, it depends what your definition of object is. Like, obviously, yes, there were... pre-atoms, I guess there was, like,
that a manhole
quarks.
cover was the second ever man-made object in space.
Hold on.
Okay, these dates... I don't trust this, because these dates don't line up. Because that NASA date was 1949. These folks just gave a date of 1944, which is not 1949. But then it just said in August 1957...
Man, what a shot.
There was a nuclear test, the manhole cover, blah, blah, blah. But when did Sputnik
Talk
go
to my
up?
crew. Everything will be all right. Come, let's go to the control room.
Because this is saying August 1957, but 1957 was Sputnik, right? October, so I guess that's not August, but...
Oh, so Robert Brownlee was on the Operation Plumbob team that launched an object in space before Sputnik. They put a manhole cover above a nuke underground, and the explosion shot the iron cap into space.
Yeah, this is not saying that didn't happen, but they're saying it...
But like all the dates are kind of jumbled.
Yeah.
Ah, it was the fastest. So, like, well, yeah, okay. Well, I guess to be fair, that would probably be a decent argument for having been the first object launched into space, like, without a rocket. Like,
yeah,
that's probably the first unassisted? I don't know if you can call that unassisted, but, like, the first object sent into space without rocket propulsion. I don't know if we want to replace our rockets with just nukes. That seems like maybe a downgrade overall, but certainly is interesting.
I don't know what NASA's talking about here. I mean, this is in Wikipedia. I don't know.
It's everywhere. It's not enough just to get rid of them.
Because Wikipedia says MW1 launched June 1944. First human-made object to reach outer space.
Goodness, look at how close we are to the moon.
But NASA says first human-made object to enter space is 1949.
It's no
What
time
is
to be
happening?
impressed. Look at the monitor there.
This says
125,000 miles per hour. That is nutso.
What?
My question is like, I'd be curious as to what. Oh, okay. Ow.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. I've just been launched. I'd be curious to see what happens to an iron, like a manhole cover at that velocity. Like, surely it would turn into like molten goop, right? Like it can't possibly maintain any degree of its shape.
What do you think?
Surely not, right? Hold on. We're doing more science. Let's see, like wind resistance.
Oh yeah, so in Wikipedia, Operation Plumbob
calculator.
When Pascal B was detonated, the blast went straight up the test shaft, launching the cap into the atmosphere. The plate was never found. Scientists believe compression heating caused the cap to vaporize as it spread through the atmosphere.
It might have just been too quiet. Yeet is a sound redeem.
Yeah, this says it was never covered, likely burned up in atmosphere due to friction. If by some stroke of luck it made it into orbit, it would have been the first man-made object to do so, as it predated launch of Sputnik by 38 days.
Yeah, where'd that come in?
But it still wasn't the first object into space.
Where is... What the heck? I'm trying to find...
Sputnik was the first man-made object successfully placed in orbit.
OBS. Should be over here.
There's no evidence that the metal cover flew into space.
Oh Lord. Fox. Yeah, the overlay might need refreshed. Let me refresh the overlay.
I still don't know what...
It's troubleshooting time like we all love so much.
I still don't know what the first thing into space was, though.
We're still struggling on that.
Well, there's a range. NASA says it was 1949. And NASA, what? Does it mean that it says first human-made object in space?
Okay, there we go. Now I got that to show up. What sound is that? Hold on. Test. Okay, now it's coming into the correct location. There we go. Now that's in the correct spot. There we go. Some of my stuff is not routing correctly. Okay, so this should now be coming through. Oh, you know what? I bet the failure is here. Property. Yep. That's it. I figured it out. Damn you, freaking
Different
OBS
agencies
updates.
offer different altitude
Okay,
estimates for where space begins, but generally the Kármán line, located at 100 kilometers altitude, is now the internationally recognized border of space. The 20th of June, 1944, the German V2 rocket MW-18014 launched and crossed the Kármán line before reaching apogee at 176 kilometers. Our lowest orbit starts at roughly 250 kilometers, so it was suborbital flight. Regardless, it did cross the Kármán line, so the German V2 rocket.
No, that's not a bad idea. I should pull this song. It's a FF8 orchestra song for use. Orchestra song. Insurance. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. It's very like a mild music that could be useful for all kinds of things.
NASA, why do you have this lie on your website? I'm so confused.
The surface of the moon.
I guess this is extra orbital height, so maybe that's why they kept it. Because the other one hit, the first one in 44 hit 176 kilometers. This in 1949, the bumper WAC hit 393 kilometers in altitude.
You know what? Speaking of new redeems, I forgot. Hold on.
Did you do the BBBBBBB?
I haven't added it. I did make the MP3, but I have not actually added it to the...
No, I'm really mad about it, Whitney. NASA has the wrong thing on there, and I want to know why. NASA, why are you lying to me? I trust you for space things.
Action.
What is going on?
Sound. Oh, hold on. I have a thing. Import actions from file.
BBBBBB.
Template, sound alert command, template, import, bam, sound file. Yeah, well, it'll make sense in a second. Hold on, I gotta fish up the file and put it in the right place.
Oh wait, I gotta have my stream sound on to hear this.
You will. Videos, despite it being audio, it's still a video. And my renders, there it is. And then, where does this live? See, might mix it up stuff.
I think it's 6Bs if I remember correctly. We'll find out.
Streaming assets, mix it up. Mix it up settings. Sound effects, paste it up. Find the thing.
I'm leaning into my microphone again. I forgot that's bad.
Sound effects. BBB. Sound name. Text. Redeemer. Yeah, okay. Alert icon, okay.
I may be misremembering that count.
I believe it is 6, yes.
No, okay. I've written it several times now. What's your
So I've got command for, you can do it !B, BB, BBB, spelled both with just B's, or BIBIBI, or BI, BIBIB. So it's should catch most of the circumstances. Oh, you know what? I didn't put a cooldown on it. The typical cooldown.
Give me it.
There you go. I don't know what it's cooldown. There you go.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad. I could take that one off of a cooldown, because the cooldown for that could be quite short.
Yeah, I want to spam
Standard.
it. I'm just let me spam it.
I'll set that down to 2. I need to add the cost as well. I forgot to do that.
No.
Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah, there's the one. All right, and as I was saying to Kappa when I was making that one, I was like, honestly, whenever I do manage to get monetized, I might make that the announcement.
That's
alert.
My favorite part.
The alert sound for like super chats.
So that's from the couch co-op stream on Thursday when somebody
Correct.
redeemed the Void Voice and the Void Voice
Hi, specifically.
And then Poe and I started bickering, and it was like, as Poe said, Alvin and the Chipmunks auto-tuned bickering.
Yeah, so that was me when I was...
And then I started... And then Whitney started, was like, that's so funny. And I was like, why? Because we're bickering? And then Poe reminded me that the high voice
like, oh no. Because it's a high voice. And it was like...
As an example of the noises we're making.
Then it was even worse, because it was auto-tuned.
And then I started laughing. Once I remembered that we had the high voice on, we couldn't hear it, but I started laughing.
It was a good time.
And then Poe said beep, 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 and it was just funny. And then we listened to it back, and I laughed more.
It was a good time.
And
so I pulled that out.
Was the best part. It's just such a good random noise that I want to use it forever.
It's very robot noise. Like it's right on target for random tech robot making a noise.
And it came out of your mouth.
R2D2. Well, heavily modified, but yes. Can we hear the high-pitched art? Well, I don't have it exactly handy on my person.
I'll link the short. No, hang on. I'll link it. I'll link the short, and then I'll link the link to the... We gotta get views on the shorts, baby.
That's true. Just because the shorts hate me. Actually, everything about YouTube freaking hates me lately. Screw you, YouTube.
So here's the short. And then if you want like the full experience with the lead-in, I will send you this file.
Well, anyway, as to what's going on in Final Fantasy VIII, see them clustering at one point. Eventually, they're going to drop down onto the planet, which is bizarro. This is called the Lunar Cry. Freaking crazy.
Why? It's so weird.
It's so weird. Look at why is the moon covered in monsters?
Also, why are there space monsters? I mean, that's aliens technically, right?
Hell is this? I have so many questions. Monsters. The lunar world is a world of monsters. Didn't you learn that in school? No. Can you please explain that? I have so many questions about that claim.
How do they live? Because it looks like our moon.
Sure does.
There's no atmosphere.
Sure.
There's no
doesn't
vegetation.
Seem to be.
There's no water. There's no oxygen. What do they eat? Each other?
They just vibing. As you can see, the monsters are gathering at one point. Oh yeah, history's about to repeat itself. The lunar cry is starting. Could we, like, I don't know, do anything about it?
I would just napalm the surface of the moon.
I mean, yeah, like, you literally have a giant orbital gun pointed towards the moon.
Don't explode the moon. We need that. It's doing gravity stuff.
Just shoot shit at it.
But just light it up. The only thing on there is monsters.
I mean, if there's no atmosphere, they are going to have a hard time burning the moon.
Oh, valid.
So just nuke it. From orbit. From unorbit.
Yeah, but then the moon explodes.
Nah, it's fine. Hey, Alone. Well, I'm so happy to see you again. This is, like, the most escaped anyone has ever been. Like, wow, there's dangers here. I guess I'll escape to a space station.
I would rather die. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm so sorry. I got you involved in so many things.
And
so much hardship.
I don't even mean that facetious.
It's all right.
Do not.
I understand.
Space.
I understand what you were trying to do. Were we of any help? Of course, you were my eyes. Thanks to you guys, I was able to see how much I was loved. Couldn't change the past, but just seeing it was more than enough. Thank you so much.
Yeah, maybe ask next time. That's super invasive.
It's okay. I came here because I need your help. You said you can't change the past, right? Yes, that's a very important note, Squall, that you are choosing to ignore entirely. You can find out things about the past that you never knew. And from what you've learned, you may see some things differently in the present. You're the one that changes, not the past.
I have to watch that several times, Whitney. Every time I watch it, I'm like, well, I got to do that again.
It's pretty funny.
I can never just watch it once.
It's a good one. It's pretty funny. Really? There's no way to change the past? No. I would find out for myself. No. That can't be true.
Every time we play a couch co-op game, I'm just going off the rails. Every time we play a couch co-op game, there is a moment where I start laughing like that.
Yeah,
that doesn't really happen
common.
when we're streaming together, but when we're doing couch co-op, at some point, I get tickled about something.
It's true.
And I don't know why it's different in person, but I'm just glad. I am glad that we caught it on the stream.
I don't know. Maybe it's the way I freaking berate you about stuff differently
in person.
Maybe.
I just get going off the rails to yell at you about this, that, or the other. Also,
and now I am going to be
normal.
I'm normal.
I am not.
Game normal.
Also, the game will be fine. Isn't that nice? Instead of the garbled mess that was underlying that other stream once.
It was chaos.
It
was
truly
hilarious chaos. Although I will say, listening to that stream back, I was impressed with how nice it sounded.
It did sound okay.
And the game in the background through the mic.
That's a good way to end that passed out.
I was going to say, I will die. You could hear me wheezing when I was laughing in it because I have asthma. I don't stick things that aren't oxygen in my lungs. It's asking for it.
Take me there and always past. I need to see the past through and out.
This is so invasive.
Sure is. I want to find out what happened to her. I want to try to warn her. I want to save her. You don't want to lose her now. You want me to do beep, 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 beep? You want me to do the thing? There you go. Beep, 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 beep. Squat. Okay. I know. I told you I can only send people I know in the present and the people I knew in the past. Well, Renella with me. She's resting in the med lab. Please come with me. I'm so sorry. How you voting? Are you not? Okay, so it's valid. Never mind.
This is so invasive. I'd be mad about this.
Well, also, he's making so many wild assumptions. It's like, oh, you can't know her because I brought her so you can just look at her. It's like, is that the same thing?
Sufficient to know?
Is that knowing somebody? Also, she's being weird, so... This is a huge mistake. It's going on. I need support to med lab staff. Although at this point, they don't realize what's wrong with her.
What do they mean by unit?
Like the security personnel.
Sure.
I'll check it out.
These other people walking around, totally unperturbed.
You better go wait in the control room.
Why?
Take care of it.
Why wouldn't you go to your quarters and lock yourself in?
Just please take care of it. Okay. Squall's going alone.
No. Squall's going Renoa.
Hello. Oink. And this is a fun
I
private
forgot
game.
about this goofy.
And you just run into it as many times as you want. And he's like, oh no, I'm gonna ow.
Does it throw you into the same spot on the wall every time? Oh no, it gives you. Man, he ain't whacking you against that.
Eventually I will be unconscious.
Ah! It does slam your head against the wall. Look
Sure
at that.
does.
Like you bounced your head backwards.
Now you have nowhere to push me. Now I can push all your clones around. I've separated one. Somehow. Hold on. Hold this.
Oh, there's more of them.
There's like 4 of them. Hold
There's
on.
so many.
I've separated the posse. I can't do anything now.
It's weird that that can happen. That's so bizarre.
Being disrupted by a boot. I can't see anything. Oh, she's over there. How'd she get over there so fast? Oh, I apparently ran into her too many times.
I want you
I've stopped her in the hallway. The threat is
neutralized.
secured. It's fine. I have blocked her in the hallway.
This should not be possible to do.
It shouldn't be, but here we are. I could just stand here forever.
Please don't.
I'll just keep this one. The rest of you can go. This one's mine.
It's weird that they're actually separate entities that you can separate.
I'm not
really
surprised that that's how they chose to do that. Renoa's
Being
having
weird, but also
month.
Renoa, like, who has been unconscious up to this point, is like wandering around.
It's got something wrong with Renoa. Yeah.
You don't say! And we don't know why.
As Adele's tomb seal deactivation device. Wow, that is very specific if you think so. Adele's tomb level 1 seal deactivated.
Why did we send Alone and Kistis to...
The control room.
Yeah, like, Alone should have gone to her quarters and locked herself
I'm
in.
just laying here now.
Also, I feel like if Squall got thrown
it's
across the room and is laying there, Kistis would try to stop her.
Somebody would try to do something. We're all just standing here. Well, look, the moon surface. It's a problem.
What is that?
Space camera.
Oh. That's kind of cool, actually.
It's overflowing with monsters. It kind of looks the same as it did earlier. It's finally starting. The lunar cry. That's the case. We definitely have to stop her. If she plans to free Adele, she'll have to go out there. The level 2 seal is located on Adele's tomb. I better do something. This whole sequence makes, like, so little sense. But I still think it's, like, so incredibly
cool.
memorable. Like,
It makes no sense, but boy, is it cool.
This sequence has never, like, escaped my memory. I always remember this portion because it's just, like, so out there.
I do like the color of the walls.
Where's the
that
airlock?
one door opened when you...
Well, that's where the med bay was. Also the save point. I should borrow that.
Hello. Hey. Get in there. There you go.
There we go. I don't know why that didn't let me do that, but here we are.
This is back in the days when those save points were super picky.
Seriously.
Like, you had to really get on in there.
Maybe it's not here. Where's the airlock? Can I, like, go to the left? No. She definitely came this way, right? She came this way. Look, the moon. Okay, this is where we were going. I got one guy's unconscious and the other two are just looking out the window.
Yeah, like
Look at it, it's amazing.
I feel like people are not trying hard enough here.
Amazing.
Oh,
It's
that's
an
right.
eyeball.
Like, it for real is just the moon.
Yep, and they're just all there.
But how? Also, it's space. You can't make noise.
Don't worry about that. It's fine. The mechanisms of this is wild and
That's not water, right? That's magic? Or
no,
something?
yeah. So I mean, there is like a weird membrane there, and so if that's always on the moon, I guess that would explain why they can exist.
Why does this mechanism exist?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have so
Like,
many questions, and
even
I want.
if you've designed a way to like cause it, sure. But
I
like,
want.
in
this-
reality, my question is: in nature, how would this evolve to be a thing?
I just want the world to make more sense. Like, I want to know. I want them to explain more to me. What's the deal with this world? Tons of monsters. I believe they're headed for Tears Point in Esthar
Give
for
me
some
the
reason.
lore.
And that means Lunatic Pandora is at Tears Point. When did this happen? Why is that specifically a thing that goes there and makes this happen? Why?
Who designed this? Was it part of
Have you
the
seen a girl come by here?
Sorcerer's
Yeah, she went into that locker room.
Order?
Right behind that dead guy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we can't have a Delta 5. No way. Astronaut. Okay, that was a very orderly thing for you to say while just laying on the floor. Renoa! Spacesuit. Let's go. Let's go. Renoa. Spacewalk. Spacewalk faster. I like how I could just like freely move, which is that makes no sense in space. I'm just like wee,
No.
wee.
You're also not tethered?
Nope,
You don't appear to have boosters?
nope. I just do 360s and go, woo. I was afraid Adele's tomb might fall. Why is everything happening all at once?
Magic.
I don't know. This is crazy. It's like someone planned the whole thing. It is like. Also, I like how that guy's name is Panicky Gentleman. What a distinguished gentleman, but somewhat panicky. Sorcerer's Ultimacia. Am I stuck at the door?
I think you have to come towards the camera here.
Oh, am I abandoning ship? That would make sense. I can't get out. Looks like I'll have to go back. Okay, thank you. another one of the circumstances where this game just is like, I don't know, they just do weird things with your control of the character because they're like, well,
They're like,
you
"Look,
thought
we
you were
gave a
doing
new
something, now it's
fun and
changed."
Dynamic camera angle. It totally messes up the directionality of your D-pad.
we do hide a lot of faults in this game with magic. A panicky gentleman button. What the hell would a panicky gentleman button do?
Well, I'm assuming it's the red alert button, which has already been pressed. Especially given that no one has innate magic.
Yeah, right?
They're like hand wave magic.
It's much too dangerous now. We must leave Lunar Base at once. We have to evacuate. Please hurry to the pod. Forget about me. Just go. Please, sir, we must... Why? Why not just go?
Well, I mean, are the...
Ah!
I mean, good job. But also...
What's up? Hey, you. Take care of alone. Ah!
They're dragging him off.
Like, we are going to rescue your ass. Now get over here. You know what? Those are some good friends.
Concerned that the monsters are gonna hit the station, or like what? Or why are we running?
I think so.
Or is
yeah.
it because of the sorcerers waking up, or what?
Yeah, I think they're concerned
I would assume
about.
they have protocols in place
Gosh, the Lunar Cry is starting. Renault's going to be
For all
swallowed
of
by the
these.
flood of monsters.
You know?
The contingency plan is get the hell out because, like...
But that's a terrible contingency plan when things
What is the alternative exactly?
No, I mean when if you're like this sorcerer is so scary, we have to keep her cryogenically frozen and asleep in space. This is one of the times I would advocate for a self-destruct button.
True.
Is what I'm saying.
We were talking about
to
it. That's
evacuate,
true.
You need to hit the button on the way out, is what I mean. Like,
well,
there
and
needs
with
to be
the
a contingency for this.
And specifically, actually, with the sorceress, with presumably
Also, like,
let another kingdom deal with it. Presumably, like she can't easily be killed, so maybe the self-destruction button is actually just like fire the rockets to just send this into deep space. Like,
yeah,
off we
I
go.
If they do kill her, a new sorceress rises.
Right. The power gets inherited. Well, I mean, if she'll survive that.
We all have to survive this. Everybody needs a suit on.
Radawa!
Screw that.
Come on, we have to evacuate now.
Everybody get into suits.
Back up, fall back.
What are
Take
you
a nap
going
and
to
let
do,
somebody else
Pistis?
deal with it.
What are you going to do? Exactly. She's been ping-ponged off into space by monsters.
I mean, to be fair, to Kistis's defense, like, I feel like
engulfed in monsters.
Okay, wait, am I? Hold on, let me go get a loan, I guess. I feel like, well, you should be protecting Renault, not me. You're the only
She's not here.
thing on her mind right now. She's calling you. Okay, but like,
you're
hold on, take me to
stupid.
Renault, please. I don't know if I can send you. I don't know. It runs off. To Kistis's defense, she likely does not have the understanding of space that, like, we do as, you know, modern folks. So, like,
that looks cool.
She might
But
not
also,
really know
she
that there's
should know
jack
that
shit
you
that can be
have to
done.
at least be in a suit.
I mean, that's
and
true.
She ain't got no suit. How did this develop?
Okay, hold on.
Why is nature doing
Okay. No, wait. I just sort of remembered why all of this is sort of not the stupidest, most insane thing. Because Ultimacia already had some control of the ability to go throughout time. So this was all constructed with intent, which is what they were saying. Like, she made this happen. She knew the pieces would be in place.
Okay.
For this.
Okay. That's right.
Like, that
You
still
gotta
doesn't
time
exactly
travel.
explain why there's a bunch of monsters on the moon. Like,
Maybe
I would like
that's magic?
that
like,
answer.
Maybe that Ultimacia set that up too. Like, created monsters.
Maybe.
Hid them on the moon.
I was gonna die. I can't
Set
take
up
it
a
alone,
mechanism
please.
by which you could extract from the moon to throw them at the... Like, maybe it's
Never
all
felt this way in my
manufactured.
life.
Maybe it's not natural at all.
Could be. Hey, Phantom, thanks for coming by for the time you have. Go get some rest. I hope you have a nice evening.
Your exit. Just like this. There you go.
Take me to Renoa. Tour pass.
Just for
BBB.
you. A BBB. Serenade.
Okay. May not work, but we'll try, okay? Come on, we have to go now.
May
Okay.
the BBBs sing you into sleep.
Whee! It's also a little bit weird because, like, at one point they were monsters, but now they're like
Balls of
liquid
blood.
droplets. It's a little bit weird. Don't worry about it too much.
Also, if these, like, pods can hold a human both in and out of a suit, You are gonna get rattled to bits.
Oh, no, it's your
as
father's
a
order. I'm taking you
human.
back to Delling City.
Not.
I gotta... Ouch, are you crazy? There's no stopping the chat. We have to go back and help everybody. The voice line, the lines, not chat. That's a different thing.
I mean, there's no stopping the chat either.
That's true. Hooah!
Such
They'll
a
be
rickety
fine.
vehicle.
I'm sure they can get out of there when the time comes. You don't know for sure. Squall might say, but no one has ordered me to escape and end up staying in there.
I don't think
Possibly.
he'd say that.
We can't have that. We have to go help them. I don't care if I have to force you back.
You
Punch
don't
him in the
get
face.
BBBs unless you're leaving for good.
Cram!
Who am I kidding? I'll give you BBBs.
Cram him! Ouch! Cram him back in the vehicle. Okay, I'll go. As a reminder, this is when we were all in prison. Squall's ring? I don't know where he bought it.
This is how we find out what.
I want the same one. It looks really cool, doesn't it? You know, one with some monster carved on it? Yeah! Alright, how about I make you one? I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff.
Why?
Okay, why are
Wow.
you good at that stuff, Zell?
Why
Really?
does Zell have
Sure,
hobbies
okay.
and no one
I
else
don't
has
know.
hobbies?
Let's have Squall show us the real thing. Can't do that. Why not? It's embarrassing. Say what? I also like this strangely artistic view through the freaking glass. Oh.
Yeah.
Like we're just staring through I don't know, some
There's
kind
a
of a
pen,
wine
there's
glass.
paper, there's a book.
No, it's not what you think.
It looks like a study book because it has those like divots in the paper.
Oh,
that
yeah.
usually have like, the letters, like an encyclopedia or something.
Hello, that wasn't it. I was too far back. It was picky. I'm sorry, let me try again.
I feel like everybody should be in spacesuits right now.
Nah, it's fine.
This feels unsafe.
Where am I? Hey, this is it. You're... Renoa. I don't know why the freaking sorceress is so attached to Cypher. He has been useless the whole time.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Every time we face it, we just beat the shit out of him, and the sorcerer's like, okay, come on, you useless lackey. Typical villain shit. This isn't Renoa. Oh, my loyal knight Cypher. The sorceress is alive. The sorceress demands. Ultimacia, the future sorceress, is inside Renoa, transferred from Adea. Where's Renoa?
I mean,
Find
probably
the
also in
legendary
there.
lunatic Pandora, said to be hidden beneath the ocean. All right, well, I guess he wasn't totally useless because it found the goddamn lunatic Pandora. Only then shall the sorceress provide you with dreams again.
Wait, where's the excavation point? I guess it was on the
Renoa.
coast.
Where are you? Answer
Because
me.
because wasn't that where we were when we like jumped off into the?
Yeah, but it's also
Well, like,
probably
it's
that they
excavated at
excavated
this
it,
point.
did something,
So
and then they probably
hid
tossed it
under
in the
water?
ocean because they were like, "Oh, this can't be."
Oh.
Renoa. Who's there? Get out! Man, with modern graphics, that could be a lot scarier.
Yeah.
Renoa! Oh, Alone's not so good.
Why would it open so she could collapse?
Right?
It would just keep her there.
Find out what happened to Renoa? Were you able to change? Well, the problem is that the graphics aren't good enough to show that, so they have to, like, just...
It's nonsense.
They gotta do that instead. Couldn't do anything. What should I do? She did tell you that was going to happen, Squall. I remember those eyes. You just looked at me with the same eyes you had when you were little. Those curious, innocent puppy dog eyes. I love those eyes. Alone, this is not the time. That's in the past. That's right. What's important is right
Shut
now I
up,
finally
we're
realized
busy.
that. Also, how can she see his eyes at all? It's in a spacesuit. I have to help Renoa now. That's the only thing I can do, right? Yes, talk to her, Squall. Your voice may not reach her, but your heart will. Probably. You ready? Taking you to the nearest past, to the closest present to the future. That, you know, that kind of makes sense. Actually. If you shave that line small enough, Alone can just talk to somebody in the present. Remaining life support systems, 15 seconds. Am I gonna make it? How? This is, in fact, the nightmare scenario.
Yeah, this is why I
can't
don't
do
want you to send me to
anything.
space. Also, imagine her, because this is Renoa, right?
Drifting.
Yeah.
Yep. Endlessly.
She's been unconscious. The last thing she
Presumably,
remembers
yeah.
is how
Helpless.
how horrific would this be to wake up in a spacesuit
Remaining life
in
support
space
0.
and it's telling you have no more life support? I'd be like, what?
Presumably, the only way that this makes sense is if she was at least, like, semi-conscious of what was happening, despite not being in control. No, I'm...
But she was sleeping.
Well, I mean, yeah, well...
Her eyes were closed.
That's it. Because, yeah, like, in this scenario, nothing but, like, wordless shrieking would be an appropriate response.
Like, where am I? How did I get
okay.
here? What's going on?
There is no time for rational self-conversation. There's just like,
No,
what
there's
the
just like,
shit?
what is this?
Gonna die.
What is this?
Life support has terminated.
Where am I?
Goodbye. Goodbye. Squall.
Oh.
Renoa, no! Don't give up.
This makes me crazy because it's like, don't give up. What do you mean there's no oxygen? It is not a question
Yeah,
of giving
like,
up.
what do you expect
I
to
can't breathe.
happen? Can you hear me? It's Squall. Renoa. Hey, Coldflame. How's it going? Renoa. It makes no sense.
Total nonsense. Don't give
It's just
up,
like,
even
what
though
a-
you can't breathe and you're alone spinning.
What
through
an
space.
insane, like, narrative deus ex machina to be like, don't worry, it will work out fine for no apparent reason.
What a cute spacesuit. I mean, the good news is you're just gonna fall asleep. But also
True. Bro, come on,
horrific.
try to remember. Squall, what do you...
What is remembering
hoping-
going to do for?
I know, it doesn't make any
Exactly.
sense. Squall doesn't actually accomplish anything. Bro, I'm right there with you. Listen to me. For what purpose, man? I shall will you some oxygen somehow.
It's so random. I
Allow
mean, this
me
is a
to-
beautiful shot, and it was incredibly impressive at the time graphically, but also
I know.
like, speed it up, man. She's suffocating.
Like, what, and yeah. The outcome just makes no sense.
Like, I don't need to hear Squall losing it by and saying the same thing over and over. What he's saying makes.
Wee.
This part scrapes open so much lore that it's just like, don't worry about it.
It's really true.
I'm
This is like
kind of worried about it. It seems like there's something very interesting going on, and you're just not telling me anything about it.
it has been an insanely dense hour of world in like information. It's just like, what do you mean there's monsters on the moons? What do you mean they occasionally hurtle down to the planet? What?
Why would she wake up after she lost consciousness?
Don't worry.
Please explain this to me.
I don't know. Maybe she farted and there happened to be a little bit of oxygen left in there.
With the methane? I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm still alive?
It makes no sense.
All right. Hold on. Let's be charitable. Squall? Charitable. She...
Look, your little space guy is coming across your screen in space.
It's true. Both space guys are living in their best... How is there a button with more oxygen? Like, why is that not an automated thing at all?
I don't know. Hey,
like, oh, I just have a second oxygen tank.
If your oxygen tank ends,
don't forget to press this
turn
button.
On
yeah.
Yeah, because if you're out of oxygen, you're probably unconscious.
Yeah, you can't do
that for her.
So, in the defense of
cast full life,
possibly why she could have woken up is if we give some suspension of disbelief. We, at this point, well, they've strongly implied, they haven't actually said it, but clearly Renoa, having been possessed by Ultimacia, is a sorceress. So it's possible that she could, I mean, that grants her some form of additional... Adele seems fine, vacuum sealed in space, so...
Yeah, but I feel like she was also cryogenically frozen or something, like...
Yeah, but like she freaking smiled at Renoa when she did that at the end. Like,
I guess so.
She's in there. So the assumption is then that Renoa would have some sort of, you know, inherent...
Sorceress don't need to breathe. That's like cool guys don't turn back at explosions. Sorcerers don't breathe.
I mean, if you have like infinite magical powers, you can just transmute whatever into oxygen if you want.
Phenomenal cosmic powers.
Exactly. Itty bitty living spaces, like in a vacuum pack in space. I'm gonna go find Renoa. Okay, this is also equally as bonkers. You didn't need my help at all. Okay. How are you going to find her? Also, you have been on this pod hurtling towards the planet for like 10 minutes now. You are back on the planet.
Suits.
Thanks, sis.
They're not in suits. If you open any sort of capsule door, you're killing everyone.
Wait, come back. Is there a freaking airlock system on this thing? Idiot, there's no way you can get back. It's true. He's insane. He's gonna run out of fuel and life support in no time. They're both gonna die. Okay, there is apparently fuel on there. Even if it is a 2D plane, there is an airlock system. They've at least done that. Even just a 2D plane, it would be impossible to find. How does he know
what buttons to hit? Even like how?
It's probably labeled.
I feel like in motion, the pod is like, I don't let you out.
I know, this thing is hurtling towards the planet. Oh, she's over there. She's just in sight. She's like 60 feet away. Can we talk about how she's just here? She's right here. This is not very far from their thing that they were in, their escape pod. Like, what is happening here?
Such nonsense.
Close enough to just swat her out of space.
Are you turning towards her?
I'm trying.
Okay.
You can see space moving in the correct direction in the back. It's true, you could just use Kistis's whip. Just whoop-pow, like, get her right around the leg and yank her back to the pod. Just like
no,
she's
pod's
just
gotta
right
be gone
over
at
here.
This point. Come on.
With these physics, it could be anywhere. He could just be pulling it to frickin' Renoa for all I know.
That's the other thing. Like, even if you opened that thing and like kind of pushed yourself off the pod is going so fast in the other direction. you're not going away from the pod. You're just going with the pod.
What? You were already on the planet. Like, they spent so much time doing that. The pod is on the planet, and so is Squall. Like, they're not still in space. There's no freaking way. Thank you for gender coloring our space.
I was just gonna say.
No. That's so nice of them.
Good thing she didn't put on the blue one.
Yeah, we wouldn't know who's who. Squall, thank you. How are you? How are you talking? I heard your. There's
it's
still
like
space.
proximity mod in Minecraft. You just got close enough.
I can't believe it. Are you gonna make it?
Nope.
Absolutely
we're
not.
Dying together.
Don't worry.
I've decided we're gonna die both.
Out of fuel.
We're totally
Don't
safe
worry.
Here.
We'll just mosey our way towards the horrible wave of freaking space monsters. Low on oxygen. What now? Die in space? Oh no, that was him, not the announcement. I assumed it was the freaking suit mentioning it at the time. It's way funnier that way. Actually, I'm just gonna keep going with that because I think it's way funnier. So helpless. Can't even save Renoa. Come on, think. You should have been thinking like many minutes ago. This is not the time to start thinking. Oh, convenient spaceship. How fortunate.
Also, that would not be the first time you noticed it that close to.
It's like, oh, where'd that come from? No, hold on.
How?
Assumedly, he had a little bit of fuel left.
Oh, I guess it said low on fuel, not.
Well, and fuel. Plus that was him being up in his head, so it's like. Yeah, there's actually no way to get on that if it's spinning like that. You're just going to get bludgeoned.
So
absolutely hard. Destroyed. Every bone in your body just obliterated.
And also,
Esthar just has. What is with this country? Galbadia is.
And why
balls
is it,
compared to this place? What the heck?
Why is it just free floating? How long has it been up here?
There's no visible damage.
If
it's
been
just
out
up here,
exposed to the.
Just vibing.
Why does he know how to get in?
Maybe it just invited him in. you get a magic.
How do we know there's gonna be oxygen?
Magic. Well, you know, because it's better than space.
Why did that work? Honestly, this sequence is great, but it's
I know, right? But it's still like,
ridiculous.
What in the heck?
It is bananas.
I still love the walk cycle. There's air. Well, there's not air with a freaking roof up. There we go. Okay. I freaking love that stupid ass walk cycle. It's so funny to me. Okay, now we can finally
so
do
much nonsense.
Switch. Squall with Cell. Renoa with Irving, I guess. Also true. SR just stocking their spaceships with save beacons. Always useful.
I always wish I understood what the analog in real life. Like, what's a save beacon?
Well, I always appreciate the games that make it like a typewriter or a journal or something, because then it's like, yes, that makes sense.
Or like a captain's log.
What? But yeah,
wow,
like the save points
so
in these
fast.
games are just like, I don't know, ley lines, connections to the magic of the world.
To the cloud.
Thank you, Squall. You rescued me again. I can't thank you enough. Honestly, like, if ever there was a circumstance to be like overcome with like thankfulness, this is the one. Like, other saving situations of being saved, it's like, I probably could have got myself out of that one or whatever. But like this one is like,
thanks, man.
Thanks, I really didn't want to drift through space forever. Thank you very much. Did Selfie mention it at the beginning? Maybe. I certainly didn't notice. Don't worry about it. I just what
The beginning was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Now what? Spacesuit was in our way before. Honestly, this is the sequence that Rinoa is the most endearing as a character. She does a lot of stuff that makes her really annoying and flighty, but like this one, her goofy ass character.
I'm not even a huggy person, but if you plucked me out of drifting through space, dying of suffocation, and then my cold frozen corpse drifting through space for eternity, I would hug you.
We getting hugs all around. It's true. And that's what I mean.
That
like,
would be horrific.
This is the one. This is the saving that like all bets are off. Every like
I will hug you for this.
This is like the highest of highs that anybody has gotten under natural circumstances, right?
Yeah,
like I don't know if it's serotonin, I don't know which hormone it is when you're saved, but whatever it is, like it has reached heights never before seen.
Is it a new one, or is it just the release of adrenaline?
It could be that well, probably a combination thereof.
Yeah.
Actually. Huh? Give me a hug. Her little bouncy feet.
Because even, like, as someone who has
real Taiwan,
even the absence of panic after it leaves,
right,
is so acute and such a relief.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just broadly true. It's like it feels wild. Broadly true. Like nothing feels better than feeling normal after feeling shitty.
In a situation that warrants panic. Like, you feel good.
Because, like, being sick for 3 days does the same thing, where, like, the following day you just, like, feel normal again, and you're like, I have never felt this good my entire life. Like, it's just coming out of feeling shitty is just like, oh, that's good.
The most amazing.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I need to know that I'm alive. Alive?
I would like to feel like I'm not drifting in space.
Still have to get back.
Come hug me.
Squall, you have got to take your victories where you can. I know that you're not back yet, but this is so much more alive than you were 30 seconds ago. You have just got to, like, take your wins.
Celebrate the wins,
Get to celebrating. This is a W, man.
Yeah, you got to do that whole, what's it called? Tiered approach, right?
Yep,
Celebrate
you gotta,
the milestones.
This is a good one. This is a winner. Maybe alive right now, but look at our situation. It was way worse 5 seconds ago. Don't worry about it.
I'm not floating in space. I'm not dependent on an air suit with depreciating oxygen.
Yep. We are sitting pretty.
We found a ship that may or may not be able to get us back. So far,
there might even be food here.
Hopefully some water.
Yeah.
Possibly a bathroom.
Boy, maybe
a pillow.
That would be honestly, if she had to go, I bet she went in the spacesuit because, like, what else are you gonna do? Like,
yeah.
You're like, I'm drifting through space.
Honestly, if I woke up,
I might as well go.
From having been on Earth, and I open my eyes, and I am in a spacesuit with no oxygen.
Yep.
Floating through actual space, I am peeing my pants.
Well, yeah, it's like, I feel like I need to pee. It's like, I'm doing it.
It's not even going to be like, oh, it's my normal time to pee. It's going to be like, holy crap, I'm terrified.
Well, that's fair.
I peed myself.
That is entirely fair.
Like, there's no question of how
you want to live, right? You want to go back and see everyone, right? Nah.
Yeah, I also want to hug you, you big loser.
Yeah, not become other people's memories. That's right. I'm surprised she didn't walk over and just freaking hug him. Like, if you won't come over here, I'm coming over there, you bastard.
Yeah.
Accept my love.
Yeah, plenty of time. Not even love, just like relief.
Just accept my appreciation. What the?
This could have been my worst enemy. And if they hauled me out of space and
like,
we were the only two there, I'd be like, I'm gonna. Oh, I forgot about that.
What is that? Yeah, these little pieces of shit. I don't know.
Not good.
See, is there a specific order these have to die? There's a puzzle involved with these guys.
Oh, let me check.
They look like a very friendly
I'm
creature.
like way behind. I've just been.
Just try to sneak by it. Better be ready for anything. Let me double check my junction. Oh, speaking of double check.
Alone would have played Triple Triad with it.
Yeah, well, we've abandoned that.
Yeah. Save your game at the save point. Helpful hit.
It's no use. It won't open. Guess we have no choice but
saying,
down.
hey, don't forget that you can go faster in the Steam remit. Well, we can't do that.
We can't. Okay. Oh, you know what? I actually just realized, like, this is the only instance of
the doorway into the airlock room.
No. Enemies actually being like on map.
Yeah, they're on the map. Okay, called propagators, fairly easy. You should make sure that both spawn really proper clip. Premise of the battles against the simple, or a total of 8 running around the ship: 2 red, 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 purple.
That's right. We have to fight the same colors.
It would automatically respawn unless you both of the same color at the same time.
Yeah, this is one of those situations that it's like nobody knows what the hell you're supposed to be doing. Like, they just do not give you any guidance. And when you're...
The screenshots of this are so funny because...
Okay, so that's green.
9,989 hit.
So I have killed... Oh, I guess there's not a door on this side. That would explain why I got stuck and had to fight him. Let's see if I can find a purple.
I broke my fingernail, so it has gone somewhere, and I don't know. Alas.
There's the other purple. Like, honestly, armed with knowledge of knowing what you need to do, it's really not that hard. But, God, nothing makes sense when you just freaking run into these guys. Ah, that's a lot of damage.
Life drop point in here somewhere.
There's a what drop point?
Life.
Life.
In the ship somewhere, not in this room. But I'm just
Life
skipping
cereal.
this.
Dead. Whoops, that would have been too much. What's it gonna do? Oh yeah, Squall, Renoa. Are you? One enemy. Yeah, learn that. Okay, so those should be dead. Green one. Aw, man, as soon as we get this, we're gonna have so many options again.
We can go to the Chocobo place and get the Marlboro.
We can get the Marlboros, we can get the...
Doom Train.
We can go get Cactuar. We can go get Bahamut. Eden. I don't remember what Angel Wing does.
Racks you with feathers?
It might be related to magic. Does it stop consuming spells? I don't remember. Learn to cover. Actually learn defend. Well, whatever. I'm gonna fiddle with the junctions because I'm like, oh wait, some of these are not getting learned because I only have 2 people. I have Odin. Gilgamesh has not yet come up because we have not done the fight at the end of disc 3 that does that transition. But I have Odin for that. it's so much damage. My dude. I keep doing the angel wing. I don't know if it's actually helping. I don't think it's helping.
I can Google it.
Yeah, check what angel wing does. Honestly, that's another thing that, like, doesn't make any sense. Like, the Gilgamesh thing is cool, but, like, why does it happen? Like, what is the meaning of this? It's like this whole weird side conflict between Odin and Gilgamesh that's like, what is happening?
There's so much lore, we don't know any of it.
I know, they really just don't cover anything like that.
Let's see. Magic wings appear on her back, and Renoa pelts enemies with strong magic. Angel wing plays to angels being one of her character keys.
Does no such thing.
First being combined. What? Using Angel Wing, Renoa will enter a magic berserk state where she barrages enemies with the offensive spells she has stocked without actually expending them.
Oh.
Where
she might just do that automatically on her turn. Like after she's done the... like the following turn, she might go crazy.
Oh.
Well, yeah, Coflame, like, yes, like that shows the significance, but like, why? Like, why do we care about Odin and Gilgamesh's whole like thing? It's just bizarre.
When did it start? Why are they mad?
Why? Yeah, like,
were they boyfriends first and it's a bitter breakup? Like, what's happening?
It's like a yaoi fight.
Like, brothers, boyfriends, roommates? What's happening?
And they were roommates. Tonberry learned a thing.
I'm just one of those people who likes world building and lore. So, like, anytime an author or a movie or whatever is like, here's why. And I'm always like, yes. And Japanese media is not about why.
Nope.
It's like,
no, they are
this
not.
would be cool. And I'm like, that is cool. Why? And they're like, next cool thing. And I'm like, no,
Can you
but
please explain.
what about
Oh, that's a different
thing?
color.
It doesn't matter.
What? I thought there were 3 colors. There are apparently more
4.
colors. Well,
At
now I gotta
4.
deal with this yellow clown.
The clown is yellow. I feel like maybe I should take an allergy pill because I feel allergic.
Ow. Oops. There we go. Wow, they have exactly the same health. How unlikely.
Amazing.
Mm.
So I
Marvel
guess this
at
would
it.
be cool if the bad guy lived long enough to see it happen.
It doesn't. It really just doesn't. Whatcha? All right, now to track down the other yellow. Meteor stone. I mean, I guess this is really one of those times that if you were being optimal, like this is the time to farm AP because you have infinite fights that each drop 5 AP. I'm using a controller.
What's a KBL?
Keyboard mouse is weird on this, honestly. Hold on, can I make more potions? Oh, I can make mega potions.
Speaking of controller,
Mega potions.
I think I left mine
You sure
at your
did.
house.
I forgot I was gonna mention that. Oh, I do not manually fire the frickin' gun blade because that is way too much effort when you're doing nothing but limit breaking all the time.
Yeah, it makes the bonsai method really difficult. Our patented bonsai method.
Where's the other yellow guy?
Have you been here for the explanation of the bonsai method?
I don't think Cold Flame had been. So we play it where we're always under yellow health, and so we can always just constantly limit break, which is amusing.
Which we figured out as children when we played it. And we called it the bonsai method. And it's fun because
But I can't be pulling the trigger all the time.
Murdery.
Okay, I guess we gotta do red
But also exciting because one smack and everybody's dead. Now you're just willy-nilly killing colors.
No,
You're
I gotta
down
do
here
red first.
Doing nothing but murdering the wrong order of colors.
No, I have to do red first, because I think yellow is past this red.
I'll allow it.
There is a strategy to what I'm doing with the red one. I think it's next up on the chopping block, because I know where both of them are. Ooh, an Ultima Stone. Okay, here's the other red. Yeah, this whole sequence, if you don't know what is going on, is
incredibly
such
frustrating.
it's such a pain. Like, why? Why do they keep coming back? What am I supposed to do? I don't understand. Just not a single hint is provided. Damn, these guys are such a good farm. Actually, Jesus. I don't have anything that just makes regular ass potions. I guess they just don't expect you to keep using potions forever. Well, I do. Alright, the reds are down. Oh, hey. There's the life. Okay, time for yellow. Hello again. Oh, speak of the devil. Thanks, Odin, bro. I like the jumpy horse in his attack, because he's swinging 3 times and the horse is like, I'm into it. I'm helping. I'm all over the place. It's like, okay, man. I presume that there's a space over here with the other yellow. Yes, there is. I was here earlier. There was not this guy. Maybe that's the explanation, but it also still doesn't really explain why they just left it to drift. Oops.
I mean, maybe it's the monsters.
Well, maybe. Good job, Renoa. Take that. Flare Stone, another 5 AP. Down go the monsters. And I can save. To the cockpit. Wow. I have to fly this thing? Yeah, you gotta fly that thing. Claw's trying to talk, which makes no sense. Volume?
I would really hope.
Air Station.
Yes, thank you. I was like, hopefully you can talk to someone on ground and be like, hello.
Ragnarok, do you read? Ragnarok, do you... Why? Why are they calling the Ragnarok? A radio signal? This is Air Station.
Yeah, why would they be calling? How long has this been drifting? 5 seconds?
I don't know. This ship is the Ragnarok? Whoa, is this really the Ragnarok? You're in space, right?
What? How
yes.
would you not know?
Like, yes, last time I checked, I'm in space. Yeah, but I have no idea where we are. Space. Space, Squall. Space is sufficient.
Occasionally we see the moon?
Roger that. We can track you from here. So then why did you ask if we were in space? If you can track us.
What is happening?
What a bizarre, like, conversation.
That could
like,
have
why
been
were
so
you
much
calling?
better written. What
have
are
they
you
just
talking
been
about?
Have they just been calling for like a decade? That just everyone like time for our daily call to Ragnarok.
Now,
Maybe they'll pick up this time.
Story that I'm remembering, or is it actually a thing where like some lost submarines they still will call them periodically?
I don't know.
Am I remembering a fiction story?
It's Ragnarok. It's been 17 years. Why were you calling me? Can we make it back? Leave it to us. You should have enough fuel. Enter your location in the... I love how they're just like... You should, but also you have to enter your location first. It's like, how do you even know? Program, you'll be okay. Once you enter the atmosphere, we can guide you down. You'll be just fine. Okay, sure. How do I enter the data? No sweat. We'll take this step by step. Are you in the pilot seat? Which is there? Yeah, I was like, there's a lot of seats, man. It's the one on the right. There's 3 to my right. I'm just gonna pick one and hope. Okay, I'm here, but now I have to yell across the room. See the touch panel in front of you? Yeah, sure. Rest is easy. Just enter the following data. Go ahead. WJHEI dash, not dash, slash. Entered. Then 2872/HD-IE. It was like, okay, this is not the easiest thing to enter, man. Entered. No errors. It's fine. Next, I'm sure you're okay, but there's something I need you to do. Turn off the gravity engine. No, generator. I should save some fuel. Use the same touch panel to turn it off. How has it been running the whole time? This must be it. Done. Like, it shouldn't have fuel if it's been running the entire time. Congratulations, you're home free, Ragnarok. And there's one more thing we need to tell you. From all of us at Ground Control, we wish you Godspeed. Like, this is a very casual conversation. Thanks. Like, not a single question of, like, how the hell did you get there? Who are you on the Ragnarok? It's an EV. I mean, as long as it's got solar panels in space, it should be fine.
Okay, it's from a Tumblr thread. I don't know if it's legit.
Go sit over there. Put your seatbelt on. I like how he went over there, grabbed her, and then just abandoned her mid-jump back. Like, what were you doing, bro? What was the goal?
Oh, man, these polygons, man.
I know. I know. A little bit of a lumpy face happening.
It's rough
I gotta sit down. Well, hey, at least I modded it to be a little bit higher resolution. They would have been worse. Why are you holding on to me like this? Squall, you can't possibly be that stupid. You don't like this, Squall? Just not used to it. How about when you were little? Did you feel safe and secure being held by your parents? Doesn't have any parents. Can't remember anything about my parents. Was Renoa not there for the whole orphanage discussion? Maybe not, but Alone was there to hold my hand. They just conversation bubbles going right by it. Made you feel safe, secure? Sure. She left, just disappeared. I'm afraid of having that feel. Oh, Squall, you're such a freaking baby. You're afraid of losing us?
I mean, that's legitimate, but also...
Is that why you kept your distance? It's always alone. God, he's so cringe.
Like bopping him.
Missed out on all the good things in life. Missed out on so much. She's actually right on this, though.
Coming through his face.
Maybe. Definitely. I like it like this.
What is happening?
This
with
song
her
is
incredibly
bonkers.
Skinny arms.
Like having my mom hold me. She does have some freaking stick arms. Dad too, back when we got
Her
along.
hand is like bopping him in the mouth.
Bah! Not your mom. No, of course not. Now, Squall, you're the one who gives me the most comfort. Like a week? How long have we known each other? Comfort and happiness. Like a week. Half of which you were unconscious.
I don't have to read these lines.
And annoyance and disappointment too. What?
I said, I'm glad I don't have to read these
Whatever.
lines.
Yeah, well.
Wait,
not exactly
there's a
putting a lot of
whatever
effort in.
list.
Whatever.
Hang
You
on.
should get back to your seat now. Oh, am I in charge of proceeding now? Now we're changing it up? Just a little longer. You'll be safer in your seat.
So, in Japanese, that whatever was
gonna make it home, right?
warukatana, which is, well, excuse me.
Warakatana. I only hope.
Warukatana.
When we get back, we won't be able to stay together, huh? Ah, his face. Maybe. Lost a try there. No one can predict the future. There are no guarantees. Those were your words, Renoa. It's not what I meant. We'll figure out what to do once we get back. Shove. I'll be angry at me. Well, I mean, it's not entirely your fault. Angry? There stays your Ragnarok. Please respond. This is the Ragnarok. We have some questions for you. We're collecting escape pods. A good idea of what happened. You're no one from Lunar Base is on the right. I guess that would be a reason for them to call. How many of you? Although, why did you just leave it there? Just two. Your names? Squall. I'm a seed member from Balam Garden. And the other? Renoa? The sorceress? She's on the ship? So, it's true. Renoa is a sorceress. I've become a sorceress. I can't stay with you anymore, Squall. Respond, Ragnarok. I don't want the future. I want the present to stand still. I just want to stay here with you. No, that's fair on her part. Respond, Ragnarok. Nobody would want to be around me anymore. Sorceress will be seized upon arrival. Be sure to follow the crew's instructions. I'm scared. Squall, do you copy? Is the sorceress listening too? How does he not hear her? She's like 4 feet away. I don't want to go back.
Well, I'm sorry, we can't stay in space.
Yeah, we gotta go somewhere. And our options are limited. Like, we got one good planet, we got a moon full of monsters, and the void. So, take your pick, I guess.
It's Tumblr true, the submarine thing I was saying. And it has specifically to do with the U.S. Navy submarines lost in World War II.
I don't know what to do. Interesting. This is just
There's
another
a
crossroad in
monument
my life.
and that
For the
says
first
still
time,
on
I don't know which
patrol.
way to go. Come this far because I've fallen for you. Renault. Now, am I just supposed to let you go? Well, you think a lot.
Purple.
Sorceress Noah. Hein's descendant.
Who Hein? Who that?
Who the hell knows? Come with us. You must seal your power for the sake of the world. But like,
so
why?
Is it kind of really that one sorceress who can time travel went completely wrong?
Thank you for
and now
understanding. Tell us when
every
you're ready.
sorceress is at risk of being possessed by her? Is that really what's happening?
A little bit, but they did also talk about how Adele used her power selfishly. Because why they were concerned about Ultimacia getting to Adele was the fact that Adele had already proven herself someone who would do whatever for her own benefit. So it's like,
I just feel like these people are punishing people for things they have not done yet.
That is, well, yes. It also doesn't quite make a tremendous amount of sense in this particular instance. Because, like, Idea is still, like,
yeah, like she's still
cruising around.
Why
she came here to try to, like, squash her powers, but, like, up to then, she'd been cruising
she
around.
Didn't automatically get. Maybe it's because she's already been possessed once.
I don't know.
And that's the kicker?
Should tell you this before I go. I was possessed out in space. There was a sorceress inside me.
Yeah, we're aware.
Ultimacia, a sorceress from the future. She's trying to achieve time compression. Yep, we are on that page already. She's the only one who would be able to exist in such a world. She and no other.
That'd be so boring.
Sure would.
Like,
as long as I'm free, she'll
wanna
continue to use me to accomplish her goal.
On the regular, but like no people. Like, what would I read on the internet?
We can't let that happen, right? I should go now. I'm ready. All right. We'll be heading to the Sorceress Memorial. Righto, don't go. It's also a little unclear why Ultimacia specifically is like the only one that would survive. Like, why wouldn't it be like all sorceresses, right? Like, would all sorceresses? But why is she special in the sense of like her time magic?
Potentially because she's the one with time magic, and technically only one sorcerer can exist once.
Well, no, it's more than one
because there's multiple.
It's two.
Here.
It's at least two.
Okay.
Which I think might have been why they called her Hein's descendant, because there are some number of original sorceresses. So I guess they know that she is Hein's specific sorceress descendant. I don't know why they know that. So like, or maybe
I wish I understood the lore.
There is a wealth of potential, like, more lore to explore in this game that just never got a chance, and it's such a shame. Hein killed a bunch of kids. Do we know that? Is that written somewhere? Hold on. FF8 Hein.
All right, well, while you look for that, here's the submarine anecdote that's on Tumblr. So may or may not
Great Hein character mentioned in the first sorceress. That's what, yeah.
U.S. Navy submarines. This is supposedly on a memorial. U.S. Navy submarines paid heavily for their success in World War II. A total of 374 officers, 3,131 men are still on board these 52 U.S. submarines that are lost. Or, well, they call them submarines still on patrol. So they don't consider them lost at sea. They consider them still on patrol.
Ah.
And then somebody else added, my dad's friend is a radio op for subs launched off the East Coast, and he's always excited for Christmas because they go through the list of still on patrol subs and hail them, wishing them a Merry Christmas and telling them they're remembered.
That's kind of sad. Like,
it's kind of sad.
It like it's like a melancholy sort of positive sense, because like what they do is to wish, like, the message of you're remembered and Merry Christmas, but like from outside it's like, man, that's sad.
Well, it makes you think of a movie scene at the end, right, where you've got all these, this is gonna sound bad, but like dead people on a submarine, and you can still hear the radio crackling and someone saying Merry Christmas, and you're like, I hate this, I'm crying now.
Yeah. Because if there's any life in the power system, They might get that transmission to just an empty vessel. Well, empty aside from bones, you know?
Yeah. 52 lost submarines. That's so many.
Probably more than a lot of countries have of submarines at all.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. Thanks, Squall, but I have to go. Renoa. Oh. Still have your ring. You keep it. You sure? Yeah. I like how we stopped her and none of the guards came back to, like, be concerned. It's just like, yeah, whatever. It's whatever Noah decided. There's nothing I can do about it, right? Prison break. Oh, I'm in control again.
They sure like to do that.
They do. It's very annoying. Okay, I have not reunited. They mentioned the Sorceress Memorial, so I guess that's the only place I know of to go.
Let me check the walkthrough.
That's my assumption.
This says...
Whoops.
This says final prep. So, like...
I mean, we are pretty much there.
Ton of side quests you can now complete now that you have access to a ship. First thing you should do now that you have nearly all your teams back.
Yeah, we're in
set
the
up your
end
guarding
game.
Forces. Explain it. Blah, blah, blah. Here.
But I don't have my freaking party. It's like, there's got to be somewhere I need to go.
There are two more things you should take care of before you jump into any side quests. Most importantly, though, is to get Renoa back on your team. Fly over to the Esthar Sorceress Memorial.
What?
You can have the Ragnarok automatically fly you to locations around the world map by pressing the select button until the world map appears, hovering over one of the cities, selecting it, and then selecting the yes option when it appears.
Maybe go in here? This is where I need to go. Okay. I gotta go to the conference room or whatever. The passenger room, whatever. He needs to take some time and talk to himself in his head.
This is very important.
Pick this specific chair. Oh, hey, it's Keistis. I'm home. How did you get here? Well, a lot. No, like literally, how did you get here? I just landed in a spaceship. I was unconscious for a while after the escape pod touched down. When I came to, it was just me and Piet, whatever. Oh, the guy who escaped with us. What happened to Alone? Alone wasn't with us anymore. Not only that, there were signs of a struggle. I hope she's safe. The Esthar rescue crew brought me here. The rescue crew told us about this ship and that you were all safe. I love how they're just gonna let us have this ship. I see. Squall, when you jumped out into space, you didn't think about anything else, did you? Clearly not. That's right. Wonder if there's anyone who'd do the same thing for me. God, I hope not, because seriously, people shouldn't be that stupid. By all rights, Squall should be just drifting through space. It's unfair that he's here. Oh well. Where's the princess that changed the ever-cautious Squall? Renoa is... Hey, Zell. What's up, Squall? So glad you're safe. I hate to tell you this now, but we've got major problems down here. Well, here goes. A big thing called Lunatic Pandora came out of nowhere. Matron couldn't achieve what she set out to do because of it, which is okay. Matron's not a sorceress anymore. Matron gave away her power to someone without realizing it. Oh, probably Renoa. To Renoa. Despite the fact that her freaking limit break is still called sorcery. Figure that one out. And, oh yeah, the Galbanian military is controlling Lunatic Pandora. They excavated it from the ocean where Esthar sank it years ago. Yeah, as I thought. Inside the Lunatic Pandora, there's this thing called a crystal pillar. It calls monsters from the moon, for some reason. Then monsters came falling from the moon.
Who knows?
Predictable. Total panic down here. It wasn't just monsters that came falling down. Sorceress Adele came down along with the machine that confined her. I guess the stream of falling monsters engulfed the machine. Lunatic Pandora caught Adele from that stream. Dr. Odin thinks that may have been Galbadia's true intent. You think? Meaning... Well, that's enough for now. But Squall... What? Shut up, man. I know we got problems.
We're aware.
But I can't think right now. What's wrong? Renoa's a sorceress now. She received Matron's powers. An escort from Esthar came to pick Renoa up. Renoa's in Esthar now.
She received Matron's powers? What?
Yeah, Adea.
But Adea didn't lose her powers yet.
Yes, that's what they just said. Were you... See? You did need to hear what Zell had to say. He just said, but it's fine, because Adea's not a sorceress anymore. She accidentally gave him away. Despite the fact that her limit break is still sorcery. Don't worry about it. You have to go get her. She's taken by force? No, it was Renoa's decision. She was scared about being a sorceress. Scared of being feared, hated. Scared that no one would want to be around her. Said she couldn't handle that. Didn't you try to stop her? Idiot. It was Renoa's decision. What right do I have to object? Oh, stop that. What are you talking about? Why did you go all the way out into space to save Renoa? True. Hand her over to Esthar so that you might never see her again? No, right? Wasn't it because you wanted to be with Renoa? You dumbass. You're a fool. Seriously. Even Zell's like, God, you're an idiot. Fool, huh? Maybe. What am I doing? I never get to hear Renoa's voice ever. What the hell am I doing? What can I do? Of course. Have you decided? Heading to Esthar, right? Pandora, whatever, and Sorceress Adele are out of my hands. I don't even know where to look for Sis. The only thing I know is Renoa. The only thing I want to do for sure right now is for Renoa. We're going to get her back. Okay, I'm moving again. But not, like, hastily. Excuse me, you're in my way. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'd like to get through. Thank you. I'm just leisurely walk to the door now. Whoa! Ah!
Hey!
Excuse me, we're flying? This ain't the case, but I can picture Selphie in the pilot seat and Selphie screaming, woohoo, we're flying! Standing next to her, a very excited Irvin. Seems about right. Also, can we oh, is it gonna give me a... No. There's totally a freaking entertainment center up here. You can sit here. You can watch movies in your flight. Neat. Woohoo, we're flying. Predictable. So he's just amazing. God, you two are dumb. You sure you can fly this? I mean, she's doing fine. Just kind of took off. I don't know, it's pretty easy. I think I'll be fine. There's no guarantee it won't crash. No one can predict the future, right? Selphie, head for Esthar. She's probably at the Sorceress Memorial. We're gonna go rescue Renoa.
So random.
Forward, back, get on off, to cockpit. Okay.
Should be able to hit select.
That's fine, I can just fly. That's half the fun. Let's see, is it this? I think it's this. Merp. Switch members, Ellen Irving. Selphie, kiss this. Junction exchange, Irving with Renoa. Selphie, I think just needs junction. Yep. Why? Oh, shoot. Hold on. We gotta pull all this. Because I gotta switch you with somebody. Who was it? guess it's... Yeah, it's Renoa. That has the magic. Oops. Item. Junction magic. No, where's all your... Okay. Okay, where's all the goddamn magic? Who the heck has the other set of actual magic? It's... Zell. Zell? Okay, sure. Switch right. Junction exchange, Zell the selfie. Junction selfie. Okay, there we go. Now we save. Oh, it's a fight. These little goofy goobers.
Doongaga! They're like little goblin imp guys.
One of those is very resilient to physical damage, it would seem, but it's now dead. Why are they so sturdy? Sure, dude. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. He just cast the Nugget. He's probably resistant to thunder, isn't he? I swear, if you absorb this, I'm gonna be so upset. Nah, it's still the game. Why are you so sturdy? Oh, I missed out on meteor. Damn.
Aww. That would have been so fun.
I know. There's a Quake. Quake's pretty good. They just go bouncing around. Zero? Just because they got wings, he's clearly standing on the ground. That's shenanigans. It's kind of stupid that they counter with Holy before they die.
That's
I guess I should
wild.
check if they have, boy, if they have Holy to draw, I should do that. Moonstone. Carbuncle learned a thing. I'm still very low on potions. Stop. Want to see your comrade off? I'll make an exception. Go ahead. Oh yeah, we're gonna see her off. Off from the premises. Gonna vacuum pack her too. What are you doing here? This is a restricted area. I must restrict you. Do what I should have done earlier. I'll never know unless I do it. What are you talking about? Know what I want and what I have to do. There's still a chance I'm not going to look back. I'm taking Renoa with me. What? You must be joking. It's too late. We're armed, my dude. Oh, come on, go. It's a wild freaking mechanism. Renoa, hold on. I'll get you out in a sec. Punch. What am I supposed to do? Come on. Bro, you have a sword with a gun on it, actually.
Just start smacking stuff. There we go.
I don't know if that's what I would have chosen.
Wait, wasn't she like standing there looking at him a second ago? Why was she suddenly like frozen in the... Okay, there we go.
Is there... I don't... You know what? It's fine. I feel like what you really needed to cut was whatever, like... surface was containing her, like if there was
they
plastic
just wanted to get us
whatever.
to this pretty hug. It was pretty.
I don't know, little space guys work out real nicely when they're drifting by when we were in space. It was perfect. Oh, don't, I'm a sorceress. I don't care. Renoa, Squall, let's go. Whee. Get out of the way. It's Ward. That man. That man. I know that man. I've seen him before. That's right. Friendly sort. What's wrong with her, Noah? Just a little embarrassed. Yeah, well, that's fair. Why? I was so set on staying in Esthar. Then, when you guys rescued me, it made me so happy, and no need to be embarrassed. Yeah, happy is good. Thank you, Selfie. I think that might sum up Selfie's, like, life philosophy. Happy is good. Like, okay. You got it, Selfie. Thanks, everybody. Squall, you're awfully quiet. What's up? I have a lot on my mind. And I'm too stupid to say it, so I'm gonna think it instead. As an expert Squall observer, thank you, Kisses. He's thinking, what do we do now? Blah, blah, blah. If you think and worry too much, everything tends to turn bad. Well, why don't we just picture a brighter future? Whatever. Seriously, what do we do from here? There's another whatever, by the way. Not really sure, but... do we have to do something about that lunatic Pandora in Esthar? After all, the Galbadians are controlling it. Which means Cypher is behind all this too, right? Cypher is Ultimacia's puppet. Yeah, and that Ultimacia... can't let that sorceress from the future mess up our world. Let's go kick her ass. Proceeds. We're here to destroy sorceresses, right? Zal? Sorry. We're here to destroy the bad sorceresses, right? Yeah. Squall, where are we going? Can we go to the orphanage you guys were talking about in Trabia? Place is in shambles. Nothing to see there. I want to stay away from places where there are lots of people. I'm a sorceress. If Ultimacia possesses me again... let's go. Head to Adea's house. Okay, hold on. Let me sit down here real quick. Let me save the game. Save. Alright. I think I'll probably wrap up stream here shortly. Leave a lot of the prep for next time. It's a little bit early, but I'm starting to have a headache, so I don't want to go too long and just sit here and bear it. What I do want to do, though, I want to get one more GF before the end of this thing. So let's go see if we can't yank out a cactuar here.
I see a cactus.
Did I just cram myself in a corner? Nope, I can escape.
There's still... they'll want you to go to Adea's house is the other thing before you start doing side quests. So just if we stop after this, heads up.
Okay.
That's where we are.
Yeah. I don't really plan to level up, like, meaningfully too much, but I am going to do a lot of the side quest stuff. At least to get all of the GFs, yeah. Is this a regular cactuar? Why did you do that on yourself? Why are you a dumbass? Okay, I think that's a regular one. I just killed it in one shot. Boy, that is some valuable resources in AP, though. Jeez. Maybe I should have bought some more potions.
Maybe. Are you at the point you use high potions yet?
Not if I'm already at like 500. So working on that damn metadata.
We need that, and then we need like the one after it.
Yeah, we still need the one after it. Hi! Come here, you bastard. Geronimo!
This is also another one where you can actually see the bad guys on the map.
A very specific one. Monsieur Cactoire. I do love the specific Renzakuken for the Cactuar. He starts flopping around like a lunatic. Oh, I should check. Oh, yeah, actually. Let me...
Boom, 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 boom.
We're alive!
Yeah, 8's music in general is so good.
It is quite good. Give me those meltdowns.
This was the first one where they used orchestra, and it just, like, was...
I mean, it just elevates it tremendously.
It's so good. But yes, it's victory music. It's also my fave.
A sturdy cactus. Somebody's dead.
Goodbye to you.
It's Irving. Irving's dead. He just freaking goes flopping about. It's so funny.
He did like a ballet move there.
It's so funny. Well, so my only problem with the magic system is that the drawing is just too small numbers. Like, I like it, but...
I just wish you could draw more at a time.
Yeah, how
like
heavily...
If 10 was the minimum, and it was like 10 to 30.
That would be fine. But
Yeah.
the fact that you can just draw like 3 sometimes was just the worst. And I know that there are a lot of ways to get around it with, you know, making them out of various ways, but like... I mean, that just removes
terrible.
a meaningful aspect of the entire system if you can't actually interact with, like, drawing stuff, because it's like, why bother? I gotta be shooting. I'm yanking those meltdowns, though, which is great. Got him. No, yeah, I like that. Well, and most specifically, I really like the fact that that ties in nicely to the overall theming of the game, in that, like, sorceresses have inherent magic, but everybody else has to do drawing from stuff. Like, I just, it ties in so well into the rest of the, like, the world, that I really do like that. What did you come back to? I was punching a cactus in the face. Also, I have an airship now. A spaceship. A flying vessel. Whatever you want to call it.
So does that mean we have the GF now?
Yeah, we got Cactuar.
Look at him!
Look at that goober. He's got all the bonuses that you can give to people.
Nice.
That you did see a dancing cactus. That is Cactuar. Junction. Irving, we're gonna give you Cactuar. And then we're gonna give you the strength bonus too. So you can get that sweet, sweet strength. Who gave Zelda freaking controls? Hello? Okay, I got it. I was like, I'd like to go. Where is it? There it is. We'll go here, and then that'll wrap things up. Well, speaking of GFs, what? Sure, like you do. Carbuncle's made a face at Carbuncle. Is told what those are? Isn't Carbuncle a gemstone? Or is there something else that a Carbuncle can be?
The first definition is a severe abscess or multiple boil in the skin, typically infected with Staphylococcus bacteria.
Interesting.
In British, something, especially a building, that is unsightly or visually intrusive. From our bedroom window, we've got a wonderful view of a carbuncle of a theater. But
wow,
a
I've never
bright
heard
red
that
gem,
definition of a
in
carbuncle.
particular, a garnet cut and cabochon.
Yeah, see, that's the definition of carbuncle I knew of. I did not know the other one. That's interesting.
Merriam-Webster says carbuncle, 1, obsolete, any of several red precious stones.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure that's why they called those, like, boils carbuncles.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're red gem shape on the skin.
That would make sense.
Yeah. But if you're someone who does a lot of D&D or RPGs or fantasy games, carbuncles is still going to mean the gems.
Yep. That's where I am.
Well.
Oh, these guys.
Did you follow the dog?
I did not. I should.
Yeah, you should have.
You may appear to be on the outside. I'm sure that she's full of it. Okay. No, we don't care about you guys. We just care about the dog, I guess. Back to the dog.
This says follow the dog.
I ignored the dog.
Why would you ever ignore the dog?
Because, like, we had lost track of the dog. Oh, look, a field of flowers. How pleasant.
It's probably the flowers from the beginning of the game.
Ah, this is good. This is very good. What? See this bruise here? I had to put up with her nose, kicks and punches for you. So seeing you two like this makes it all... It hasn't even been long enough for his bruises to heal.
No, that just happened.
I know. It's just, they're just blazing through things. That's the only problem I have with these sorts of stories. Like, in some senses, they make sense. Because, like, obviously you want a character to have a character arc and have, like, progress and to change. But it's like, they're trying to tell me that Squall has changed so much in, like, 72 hours. It's like, no. Like, you need time of, like, actually interacting with people like this to change. You don't do that in 3 days. Well, whatever. You two like this makes it all worth it. I'll go get Renoa. Okay, thank you, Selfie. Hey, dogger. So, what should I talk about when Renoa gets here? Nothing about the sorceress, huh? Sure, she's trying not to think about it. See you later, Coldflame. We'll be jumping off here shortly as well. Yeah, thanks for being here. Who cares if she's a sorceress, right? You don't care either, do you? Renoa's just Renoa. Hey, Renoa. Bye, dog. What'll become of me? Don't worry about it. There have been many good sorceresses. Adea was one. You can be like her. But Adea's still... I can't guarantee anything either. If Ultimacia possesses me again... That's true. You saw me. She controlled me in outer space and made me break Adele's seal. What might happen next time? What will I end up doing? Will I end up fighting everyone? Scary thought, isn't it? Renoa. Even if we end up as the world's enemy. Say the word, Squall. I'll be your knight. Stop staring into the void and just thinking things. If I fall under Ultimacia's control again, Seed will come kill me, right? The leader of Seed is you, Squall. Squall's sword will pierce my... Okay, now you're just being overdramatic. Guess it's okay if it's you, Squall. Nobody else. Squall, if that ever happens... That's enough. I'll never do anything like that. The sorceress I'm after is not you, Renoa. My enemy is the sorceress from the future, Ultimacia. Ultimacia lives in the future and possesses me. She uses my body as her extension in this world. How? How will you save me? Come up with something. There's got to be a... Hey, if we can conjure up a freaking spacecraft to save our ass in space, we'll be just fine. Like...
See, I was just about to say, that is always what gets me, because storytelling really does... Like, there is always a way.
Yep.
But that's not true.
It's not. It's, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta, like, realize...
Accept the tough decision.
There's not always a way. And sure, try. But, like, sometimes there's not a way, man.
Yeah, well, and it's...
Well, it's when people say there has to be a way. And I'm like, there doesn't have to be a way.
There doesn't.
That's not how life works.
Well, and it's sort of similar to a question that I hear people ask for some reason every once in a while about like books or stories or whatever, and they're like, why aren't there ever stories about, like me with like regular life or whatever, right? It's like it's always following somebody that's doing grand things. It's like, well, yes. Because it's a story. Like,
yeah,
it has to. Otherwise, it's not a good story. Like, so it's like, in the same way, it's like yeah,
the
there does have to be a way.
Yeah, the
to
best
be
you
a good
can
story.
Get is like, oh, this person wasn't trained for this, but now they have to do it. Like,
yep, it's just that's the nature of stories, and in exactly the same way, it's like, yep.
That's as close as you're going to get to being a normal person. And I like that trope, in fact, if it's done well.
It's true. There's got to be a way because we're in a vidya game. Don't worry. Trust me.
But
I'm a protagonist. I trust you. Well, until you find a way, maybe. Maybe I should stay in Esthar at the memorial. Wouldn't that be better? No, that'd be pointless. I'll just end up going after you again because he can't control himself? What a weird thing to say. Oh, just stay close to me. Oh, those words. I was like, hey. What? That's what started everything. Was it? I don't remember. What are you talking about? Same, Squall. You don't remember? Something I said? Oh, just forget it. No, it's because of the GF. That's why I forgot. Nice excuse. That's just an excuse. Feeling better? Yeah. Can I tell you a story? I had a dream. It was a scary dream. We make a promise. We promise to see shooting stars together. You guys dressed up, put on your ring. But the thing is, I can't remember where I'm supposed to meet you. I start to panic. I really want to see you, Squall, but I don't know where to go. Start running through the mountains, the desert, the plains, through Timber, Balam, and Galbadia. And I realize I can't run any longer. I just want to see you so badly. So I scream, where are you? And I woke up. I was crying. Cool story. Sorry, you don't have to say anything. Just felt like I had to tell you. Cool. It was just a dream. Doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it. I guess you're right. How about this? I'll be here. I swear to God, if you just gave me back control. Okay, no. Why? The reason why you couldn't find me was because we haven't promised yet. Promised? I'll be waiting for you. If you come here, you'll find me. I promise. Be here too. It's a promise. Thanks, Squall. Next time we'll meet for sure. Whoa. Sorry to interrupt, but it's why are you looking away? We were standing here talking to each other. Like he reacts like we were sucking face. He's just like, whoa, I better look this way. Like, what do you want, Zell? Sorry to interrupt, but it's an emergency. We got radio contact from Esthar's presidential palace. They have a plan to defeat Ultimacia. They want to hire Seed to execute it. Might be a trap to get Renault back in Esthar. Oh, and the guy we spoke to, his name's Kiros. Could he be that Kiros? Kiros is in Esthar's presidential palace. He wants to hire us? All right, let's go. Okay, cool. Hey, Adia. Well, you were always looking for a loan with tears in your eyes. Okay, you're just gonna stand there and see us off? Okay, that's fine. Okay, I lit. Squall. I just tried to talk to you. We could have had this conversation. There's something I must tell you. It is about me. Apparently it wasn't important enough when I first talked to you. Yes, I believe it was 13 years ago. This is when my story begins. Okay, emergency. An emergency just happened, and now you're just like... Okay, I first became a sorceress when I was a child, and once again, 13 years ago. That day, right here, I encountered a sorceress on the verge of death. I received her powers of my own will. That sorceress was an entity of fear for my children. I could not let her get to them, but this turned out to be the beginning of my painful story.
Interesting.
This very moment, my bitter story has ended. I now understand that there is an end, no matter how painful it may be. Therefore, Squall, you must fight to the end, even though it may bring tragedy to others. Okay. Bye. It's a weird thing to say. Also, why are you people in my party right now? Get out of here. Get out of here! Alright. That's where we will call it for today.
We did space!
All prepped up for side quests and... I mean, the final... I don't know how long the final dungeon and fight and stuff is going to take. I don't know if that'll be its own stream or if I'll be able to wrap up all the side stuff into the final bit all in one. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see what we can do. But thanks everybody for hanging out. Whitney, Cold Flame's already gone, but those that were here before, Diener, I don't know if you're still tooling around. Phantom went to bed. Thanks everybody for hanging out, being here for more of the old Final Fantasy VIII. So we'll be back. Well, I say we'll be back. I'll be back on Thursday, because Thursday I'm going to have another round of EDF6 with the new friendos, which will be very exciting. I love that game. And
that
then
means
Saturday.
I can lay on my couch.
That's right. Saturday we'll be back for more of the Final Fantasy. I will not have a story time come out tomorrow because I did not get a chance to sit down and actually record it. So tragic, but you know what? It's fine. But that's what's upcoming. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks Kappa for being here yet again.
We did space.
Space. We are coming to the conclusion of this whole thing. So hope everybody has a good night. I hope everybody has a good rest of the week. And I will see you all next time. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Initiating goodnight sequence. Dispersing appropriate dosage of compound 347. Initiating phase 1 of memory calibration. This won't hurt a bit. Just close your eyes.